Good afternoon on City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. We're here at Windsor Park, round 6 action, Kingborough versus North Launceston. Big clash here this afternoon, and one that really means a lot to both teams because the loser probably drops out of this year's finals race this early stage of the season after 6 games. It's 6th versus 7th. Launceston, of course, last time they were on the big stage here in the TSL, they won in dramatic circumstances down at Lauderdale. One of the upsets of the TSL in recent years. They got home by a handful of points. And North Hobart, a good showing against Lauderdale on Anzac Day. But just at the end, the class of Sam Siggins and a few others for Lauderdale shone through, and they went down there and couldn't get their first win for the year. So they'll be desperate today to open their account. Welcome to our commentary team, for the first time in 2024. G'day to Max Walker.
Good afternoon, Dave. Good afternoon, Groobs. Welcome, listeners. Really looking forward to it. It's good to be back. Great day for footy. A couple of young sides today, so it's going to be an interesting, challenge for both clubs, isn't it, Dave? Because that's what it is for them at the moment. Both a little bit depleted today, especially North Hobart, with some significant outs, which we'll talk about later. But looking forward to the contest. Been following intently in the press. Launceston obviously had a bit of an exodus of some of their more established players at the end of last season, and they've brought a few good ones in. A couple of outs again today of guys, one who came back and another one who joined the club. Young Rocky Barron is a late withdrawal, and Josiah Burling is out also. And young guy I'm really keen to watch today is number 47 for North Hobart. Had a few injuries early in the season, but he's cracked his debut today, and that's young Jack Gilligan.
Sorry, just sorting out audio there. Sorry for the pregnant pause. We might get down to our boundary guys. They're just down at the toss there, Chris Sayer and Tony Webb. How are you going down there?
Thanks. Brody Polframan in his 150th game just won the toss and is kicking into the northern end. Team's looking pretty good. Couple of day good times, but I'm sure you guys already know that, so I'll let you talk about that. Here's Chris.
Yeah, beautiful day down here. Going to a top of 17, it's about 16 degrees here. A little bit of wind and it's favouring the northern end. Usually any breeze here seems to favour the southern end, but it is going to the northern end today, but not much of a breeze. I wouldn't say it's significant. I'm just going to check out, we were sitting here to make sure there's no white-tailed spiders in there. And a happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
I like that one. Practicing that all week, Chris Sayer.
He's been waiting for today, obviously, and good comment about the spider too. Young Jake Kilby had a couple of days in hospital, I think it was mentioned, after a spider bite. So good to see that he's recovered. He's back on deck, and good to see that he's also, you guys have already spoken about this, but my first day, good that he's given himself the opportunity at state league level to have a crack before it's too late. So looking intently as to how he travels today too, Dave.
Absolutely. Midfield, they've been decimated, North Hobart. They've lost Angus Norton, averaging 28 possessions this year. Callan Kilpatrick, 23 possessions. Jack Sandrick coming out for injury, played in the twos. What's the other one I was looking at there? Isaac McCrimmon, we think he's out. I haven't got official confirmation of that, but he's averaging 22 disposals. So that North Hobart midfield is almost a new look combination today due to all those injuries.
Yeah, it is, Dave, and would have been great to see Isaac play against Launceston. His family's got a long association over many years, with his father and grandfather being very highly regarded down here in their playing days. But we'll just have to pick up to see if he is out there. But if he's not, it gives somebody else another opportunity, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's going to be a fascinating midfield battle. Also, Launceston have still got some good players in there, even though lost a lot of players in the off-season, Max. You've still got the likes there of Hyatt and Gillow, Polframan. And congratulations, Brody Polframan, today, Max. It's 150th TSL game.
Yeah, great bit of perseverance there. Started up at the Western Storm for a couple of years. And, rolls out today for his 150th. So well done, Brode.
We're getting underway. Round 6 action here in the TSL. Dave Moore, Max Walker, Dave Gruber here with you with Chris Sayer and Tony Webb on the bench. Here's Bailey Gillow trying to get first possession. Through comes Meadows, the big ruckman. He'll get the first inside 50 towards McCulloch. Gee, that was a strong clash. McCulloch and Foley have both come off second best. Gee, we'll have to watch the aftermath of that one. Foley has hardly moved. McCulloch also writhing in pain. Foley gets up now. Meanwhile, play goes on with Dylan Riley. Jack McCulloch still on the ground. A huge clash here early on. Mark dropped over there on the far side for North Hobart by the debutant Gilligan. High kick will sail out of bounds on the full. Revealing kick to Launceston. Jack McCulloch is up. There might have just been a couple of winded players there. That's what I hope for anyway. Foley's up and about as well.
He's holding his left arm a little bit. It might have just given him one of those pingers on the shoulder, I reckon. But
he's had so many injury issues as Jack McCulloch. He's finally stringing up a few games together here in the TSL. It's like he'll be okay. Let's hope so. Leaving a free kick, comes up towards half forward. Players fly from the contest. A lot of players around it. Quick kick forward for Launceston. Ends up here to the debutant in Beauville. His kick will go out of bounds on the full into the cars on the far side. It's a white car there on the roof. Max?
Now big Charlie Meadows is hobbling around off one leg after that contest. So two of their 6'4+ guys are already struggling a little bit.
Oh, big kick inside 50 off hands. Will come out here towards McLeod in the long sleeves. As support from Lee Febber. Tries to short up to Hilda. Getting a hand in on it was Atkins. Knocks the ball out of play. So we didn't pick our winners today. I think Launceston might get up and get their second win in a row here today with all the outs for North Hobart. Max?
Yeah, look, I'll go the local side as well. They've not seen too much this year, Dave, but I'll go the Blues.
Paddy Dwyer in the ruck there with Meadows, who wins it comfortably. Tries to get a Leaf Hebber. Shut by Hyatt. Now to Gillow. Dances around. Nice turn to Riley. He'll pump it inside 50 blindly. Big Kilby's up there. He's got the front position. Spills over the back. Nathan James is there. The recruit this year for North Hobart. Been really impressive. He's averaging 6 marks a game as Nathan James. He's playing in defence today. We've got a free kick coming out of that. Going North Hobart's way. To Nathan James. Caught one high in the contest. McCormack from behind, but gee, it's a good mark in front by McGuinness. Absence of all those midfielders, there's a big reliance today on Tyler McGuinness. He kicks down the wing looking for Wright. In support is Cleaver. Wright can't pick it up. It's out of bounds.
Yep, glad they're playing it on this side at the moment, Dave. Makes it a bit easier for us as commentators, and with Grooves with his stats, we don't have to strain our eyes 200 metres on the other side of the track there. But it'd be really interesting to see how Charlie Meadows keeps going, because like he doesn't look all that comfortable at the moment.
Right now, little handball backwards, off hands, out of bounds. So if you're watching the stream at the moment, I think the graphics are a little bit swap between our game and the Kingborough game. You're actually watching Launceston versus North Hobart. And if you want the Kingborough North Launceston stream, you can watch the Launceston versus North Hobart one. You can work that out.
Glad it's not us, Dave.
No, it's nothing to do with us. As Conor McCormack now kicks forward over the back. Almost taken there by Beauville. Now Hyatt releasing handball to Kilby. Nice little spin on the boundary line. Polfreeman sets it up to the hot spot. Plenty of North Hobart defenders there. Almost a mark to Jones. Spills, snap, goal. Off the post. Ben Hyatt there. He's been in pretty good form. Get a nice little touch of goals down there at Lauderdale in the last game. Great mark going back with the flight. Now Leaf Hebber to McGuinness, who's caught on the boundary line. She might have been lucky to get away with that. The crowd over there in the Cam bar. And the Launceston players wanted holding the ball. Max, your thoughts?
Right decision. Throw it in. Absolutely. Good to see the Can bar up and running, Dave. I know it's one of your favourite things at the footy,
yes,
the
definitely.
observations of that.
Yeah, going to mention the Brew Coffee Hut, our new sponsor as well, during the day. Handballs come out. Little kick inside, I think it was Faulkner. Ball nearly a mark there, taken by Riley Wood, spilled it. Shovels it back into play. Jones goes in forcefully. Eventually it does land out of bounds. Left forward pocket. Highly contested start, Max. One behind Launceston to North Hobart yet to score.
Yep, it's certainly been in Launceston's forward line for, well, it's only been playing 5 minutes, but 4.5 of it's been up this end, but they'll be wanting to hit the scoreboard a bit more, I think, Dave.
Big Charlie Meadows, he's winning the taps pretty conclusively so far. Grooves, can you verify that?
I can, he's 4 hit-outs and under Launceston yet, and Launceston have added inside 54 times to North Hobart's 1.
With our audio concerns earlier, I forgot to introduce you, David Gruber, the best of the business.
No, that's all right.
All right, you'll forgive me.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in. There's Kilby now from the front. Now to Gillow. Funny old kick might end up all right to Jones. Handballs to Faulkner with space. Lenny Faulkner probably should have gone with that opportunity up from 20 out directly in front, Max.
Can't afford to miss those.
No.
You've got to make the most of those shots, like you say, 30 metres out.
Archie Devine takes the free kick. The kick out, sorry. Gets it to McLeod. Now to Finlay Poke. Boy originally from the northwest coast. Finlay. Handballs back to McLeod, who's been busy early. Weighs up his options, gets caught, back to Poke, will be under pressure. In close quarters to Leafheber. Now to Devine, couple of involvements. Comes back to Poke, he's tackled by Big Dwyer. Comes out though to Meadows. And we'll get a ball up centre wing. The tackling is fierce early, Max.
Yep, it is. Haven't been real strong tackles. They're just sort of slowing them down rather than stopping them at the moment. There's another kick there to Leafheber, North Hobart in the back.
Another Northwest Coast product. Squares up with young Archie Devine, Max.
He's
16-year-old, son of. Is up towards half forward. Foley front position, off hands read nicely by Riley. Sweeping handball. Not to the best position though. And they'll get it back here, North Hobart. Inside 50. Leading out in front, taking the mark. That is number 35, Connor Downham.
Good grab.
A few goals early in the year. It's one of their targets up forward. It came out very nicely, marked on the chest.
Yep, and good long kick in there as well. Had a bit of space in front of him there, Dave, to run into, and made the most of the effort of the team up forward there.
Kick for goal, Connor Downham. Misses to the left. Just Dylan Riley's handball there, Max. Just to a 50-50. He probably could have kicked it himself.
Yep, like if you're under pressure these days, everyone tends to want to do a little handball rather than kick the ball 40 metres out into the space and just see who's got the leg speed to get there. But could have done a little bit better than, I think, Riley.
Yeah, for fullback, lovely by Foley, 60 metres at least. Off hands, might come straight back. Hasty off the Leafheber. And now into McGuinness. Short kick to the pocket. Cut out by Riley. Foley, I beg your pardon. Knocks it out of play. Chris Sayer, what have you observed down at the boundary there?
Yeah, the umpires are wearing white armbands, directive from the AFL in recognition of the stand against domestic violence.
Fantastic. Saw that last night at the Carlton-Collingwood game pre-game. Speaking of umpires, a debut today to Caden Chung on the boundary. So congratulations, Caden, your debut in senior footy.
Just throwing it in now, Dave, right on cue.
There you go. Oh, and, a bit shallow with that one. A few more wheat picks this morning. He's going to have another go, the youngster. And debutants just repeating, Hunter McGee for Launceston, number 42, and also for North Hobart, Jack Gilligan and Charlie Boville, playing their first TSL games. McCulloch takes it out of the ruck, here towards Downham, who wanted to get a free kick for being held, and he will get a free kick for being held, will Connor Downham, and he'll have a second opportunity for goal. Only slightly left of centre, about 30 out. Did the old hands in the air thing there, Max. Make sure the umpire saw it.
I don't know where he was walking then, Dave. He's wanted to take it from the boundary.
He
the way he was. Yeah.
He's got himself a little bonus. Now he's coming back more central. Here we go. Connor Downham. Right behind this one. Downham has missed again to the left. So a couple of really good opportunities early for North Hobart. And also Launceston, has to be said.
Absolutely.
Two behinds apiece.
Yep. And they've got to make the most of those shots, both teams. It could be costly at the end.
Sam Foley takes a mark in the back pocket. So certainly got some experience there in the back line, Max, with the likes of Riley and Foley back there. Really generaling the troops back there. Jane's front position, off hands though. Trying to burst through was Isaac Hyatt. Picking up his cleaver. He's tackled to a standstill.
And I don't mind Dylan Riley back across half back. You know that he's going to get a lot of the ball. I'm sure Thorpe would love to have him up forward too for him to kick 3 or 4 goals. But I think from a team perspective, he's a lot better off playing back there and helping some of the younger guys.
They've got a few that can swing forward or back. Seth Pfeiffer's another one. He started down back. He could easily move forward. Tina McCormack also on the back line. So plenty of height back there. Now Gillow Little handball to Faulkner, tries to break a tackle. Handballs at Isaac Height, back to Faulkner, does well, but then he gets tackled by the big ruckman in Meadows. Holding the ball, this is Tom McEntee, the umpire. So Charlie Meadows, who started really well in this game. He's got a 45 kick now to Leafheber. Kicks it now to Finlay Poke, who marks 2 kicks out from goal. He's going to pump it inside 50. Long kick towards the goal square. Big fly there from Pfeiffer. At the forwards, McCormack, who falls on it, Scotty Draper style. No free kick. Ball up, 20 out.
Dangerous spot here for Launceston. We've just got to keep working around the boundary. Like they're just missing that second link up at the moment.
Little handball by Stevenson. Has to lay the Shepherd. This way, that away from RJ Watson. He puts a tackle on Gillow, just releases in time. Handball comes out. Leafheber likes the goal. Leafheber doesn't kick it. Gee, that's a good spore right on the line. Pick up that play there. It's Presnell.
The Prince.
Yep.
Started up the top end here in the forward line. Finds himself in the back pocket at the moment.
It's a soccer game at the moment, 3-2. And North Hobart lead. From defence, Dylan Riley, long kick out. Kilby, first touch, can't get the second. Spills there to Tina McCormack. Now to Kilby. Releases it. Gee, that's a nice little handball there from Conor McCormack. Isaac Height close to the boundary. Just inside, says the boundary umpire. Was right on the spot. Ben Height. Benny's the call. You know, affects Mike. Finds Polfram in his 150th TSL game. Might talk more about that during the day, Max. Recognise that achievement.
Yes.
He's toying with the idea of going inside, but now he kicks down the line, looking for a flyer. Oh, gee, nearly a mark there to Gillow. From the 4, caught without it, was he Height? No. Out of bounds. Groups, we might get the inside 50 stats to the game so far.
Even up a bit now. Launceston 5, North Hobart 4. Clearances, Launceston 4, North Hobart 3.
Yeah, pretty even. I think Launceston would have had those inside 50s all to themselves there early on.
They did, yeah.
But North Hobart have had the recent
Work
injuries.
themselves into the game a bit now.
Boundary throwing short. Meadows might take this. Umpire says let's do it again.
Changi.
Needs to step up a little bit more, the young man, closer to the central corridor there. Does so. Let's see how he goes this time. It's a better effort. Meadows. Dwyer wins the tap, only as far as McGuinness. Handball backwards. Kicked out of defence. Touchdown off the hand of Wilmot. Now Hyatt inside 50. Kilby was there. I think that's off a hand. Oh, yeah, Hyatt there. Tries to kick it out of mid-air. Kicks it straight through for a behind. Evens it up at 3 behinds apiece. 13 minutes in, no goals as yet. McLeod clears the area. Towards Wilmot, who's tackled. Yes, he just releases it. Back to McLeod, back to Wilmot. In fact, it's number 34, Zach Barrow, beg your pardon. He kicks it wide and now to Wilmot, who goes up the wing. Off hands. Chance for Launceston again. Gillow, handballs it there towards the debutant in McGee. He's dispossessed. Little kick from Gillow's a beauty to Ben Hyatt, who marks on the boundary line. About 30 out. Tough angle.
I think I read during the last couple of days about young Hunter McGee that he's not a tall player, Dave, and that's probably a bit of an understatement.
Yep.
He's very, very small, but I believe he's full of pace.
The number changed.
Number
there too.
40,
I had him
rather
as
than
42,
42.
yes. So, there
Yeah.
we go. Long sleeves. We won't miss him.
We won't tell Macca McGee that you had another one wrong.
Yes. Ben Hyatt on the boundary line. Moves around, kicks, across the face. He'll be out of bounds on the full. Another scoring opportunity there for the Blues. Down at Kingborough, it's also level. 6 points apiece, a goal apiece there, Kingborough and North Launceston. We'll have Andrew Cooling on at half-time. Just a bit of a review of that game. He's calling the game today with Mitch McPherson. The other game is Clarence versus Glenorchy. 3 interesting clashes here in the TSL. Zach Barrow.
Certainly given them plenty of time, Dave, to get rid of it, like with that set shot there. Normally move it a bit quicker, but holding it up.
Barrow to McLeod to Beauville. Tries to find Hilda on the outside. Now Riley weaves his way through pressure. Backwards handball to Pfeiffer. His handball not great to Hyatt under pressure. It's Ben Hyatt covering a bit of territory. He's made took him a while, a game or two to adjust, but Ben Hyatt, it's good to see him have a go at TSL level after playing a few years at Hillwood.
Yeah, come through from Hillwood, and I'm sure his brother was into him a little bit, saying come and play with me. There's great opportunities down here for you in this year and next. It'll be interesting as to what they do, and there's a Launceston player down there. So
I think that's Paddy Dwyer, and he's clutching his right knee.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'll keep an eye on him, boys.
He has not moved 1 inch. He's grabbed that knee straight away. And he's a recruit from Ireland this year. He's taken a fair bit of the ruck work with Jake Kilby. But I think we might have a stretcher situation here.
He's a big lad.
He's indeed. I don't think play will continue. I'll be surprised if it does.
No, the umpires have held it up.
Yep.
No stretcher yet, but guys on the bench will be able to keep an eye on that. Tony Webb's just giving him a hand with a stretcher there. Here you go, boys. This is what you need.
It's fairly close to the boundary line, so stretcher's out there pretty well straight away. So we don't like to see this in footy, Max.
No, it's not nice to see anyone get injured, and terrible experience for anyone, and it can be upsetting for your players, obviously your family as well, and all that type of thing. But one of the North Hobart guys went over there not long after it happened, and gave him a "Are you all right, mate?" which is great to see.
We'd like to see that.
At the end of the day, it is only a game. It's not playing for sheep stations. So. Yeah, we've got a bit of an extended break here, listeners. So we'll just see what's going on.
Max, we might just get down to our boundary riders. I don't know if either of them saw that incident. You're right in front of Paddy Dwyer there. What did you see down there?
No, I didn't actually see it. It must have been pretty inconspicuous, I think. But he's certainly in trouble with his right knee. Yeah. Coach Mitch Thorpe is here actually in the box. He's at ground level. And he asked umpires if they could do a switch for the player. The umpire wanted him to wait just to see if it's going to... Okay, they're not going to stretcher him off. They're going to carry him off. But he doesn't look well.
Well, technically, when the stretcher goes out there, Dave, as per the rules of AFL football, that you've got to jump on it, whether you want to or not. So it's good to see him walking off.
Maybe because he's, probably just about 10 metres away from the boundary line. It might be an exception in that case, but yes.
There's no exceptions to the rules.
No exception to the rules, okay. You stick with the rules, Max. No worries.
Hey?
Kingborough kick a goal, so they're 2 goals straight 12. North Launceston 1 goal straight 6. Now they'll need to structure up differently because you mentioned pre-game, Max, that Kilby was going to play a lot forward and that Dwyer do the ruck, but of course now the absence of Dwyer, Kilby will have to do a lot of the ruck work, maybe with backup from Tina McCormack.
Yeah, Tina McCormack, or we've seen Pfeiffer do a little bit last year, didn't we? But predominantly, McCormack came into the game last year as their backup ruckman, so no doubt he'll get a run there today somewhere. We're back live again now, guys.
Yep, we'll get Christian Tony to get a report on Paddy Dwyer when we are available too. As the ball's shuffled out of bounds, be a boundary throw in, centre wing. 3 lines apiece here. Been playing 18 minutes into this first quarter. So tight contest. A couple of opportunities for goal. Probably should have been taken by both teams this first quarter. Thumped away. Comes out towards right for North Hobart. Now it's kicked out of the area by Palfreyman, but front position taken nicely there by the number 9 and David Monks, ex-Hobart player. Switches play. Beauville gets it to McLeod, who's had a lot of it across half-back already. Spots up Devine. Devine at half-back, back to McLeod. Well, he doesn't quite get it. Now he gets a second effort, back to Devine. They've worked it out pretty well. Devine has a leading player out there. I think it's McCulloch. Takes a strong mark. In fact, it's not McCulloch. Beg your pardon, it's Jack Wilmot. Takes a nice mark out there. Kicks inside 50. Grab taken inside 50. I think that's Josh Cleaver.
Yep, number 6.
Yep. He's taken a good mark there. 40 out. Slight angle. I like the look of young Archie Devine early days, Max, playing there across half-back.
Yep, I was a little bit... Oh, a bit happening down there, no. I was a little bit concerned about too much extra use there, but they've got out of it really well. Another good hit up there from Cleaver hitting McCulloch on the chest, and I think he got 50 as well.
So this will be the first goal of the game for sure now. It's against Seth Pfeiffer. As the push after the mark was taken.
There's no one on the mark nowadays.
First goal, North Hobart. Jack McCulloch. And they're away now to a 6-point lead, 1-3-9, leading Launceston, 3 behind, 3 points. Yeah, good work from the half-back line there, Max. McLeod and Devine. Smart kick there from McLeod, I think it was, to spot up Cleaver. And then Cleaver lowered the eyes and saw the leading Jack McCulloch. He took the mark, got the 50-metre, slotted it through.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous with that fumble at centre half back. They were prepared to take it down through the middle there, which is great to see, rather than these little chip kicks around the boundary and high and long on down the line. You get sick of watching that on the television games. Take the game on, which North Hobart did then to their credit, and got the result that everyone's been looking for the first 20 minutes.
It's been a tough season for Jack McCart because he is the key forward for North Hobart, and a lot of attention goes into him. Hasn't had big bags of goals this season, but maybe today might be the day to get that confidence back. Right air swing with the right foot attempt at kicking the ball. Now Gillo, nice little spin. Dispossessed though, gets it back again. Out to Faulkner. He's tackled, holding the ball. They play advantage. Oh, there's no advantage there, umpire, so it's going to come back. Josh Cleaver playing in the nice blue boots. He plays on. He has McLeod again. A lot of possession first quarter. Handballs it off to the debutant in Gilligan, but he coughs it up to Conor McCormack. Takes the mark at half back. Has a lead from Jones, which he ignores. Still Jones, he'll go there now.
North Hobart be happy for him to get that there, though. Like, it's a 20-metre kick. It's gone nowhere, basically. Same with this one.
Leading up there to Jacob Wheeler, who's back in the side today. Jacob Wheeler had injury concerns in the pre-season. Played a bit of senior footy last year for the Blues. Kicks up the wing. Kilby is there, but almost a mark. Yes, Meadows takes the second grab mark. Defensive side of the wing. Beautiful day here at Windsor Park. Shorts it up with Leafhead on the bounce. He goes sideways. Finds a teammate there in the athletic Nathan James. Puts a teammate. Devine under pressure. Gone. Holding the ball, says umpire Tom McIntyre. Geez, he sold him under pressure there, Max.
Yeah, he did. I don't really mind it, though. At least they're trying to take the game on and get the ball moving. They're not going back and just waiting for someone to move. They're prepared to take a risk, and some of us paying off, some of us not.
McLeod to McGuinness. Nice chip kick. Finds Connor Downham, who's drifted up from the forward line. Short tit to Simon Wright. Takes the mark. Sam Wright, I beg your pardon. Sam Wright. Well, the player slips over he was aiming for. Spills over the back. Chance now for Tina McCormack. Lays a tackle. Spills out towards McGuinness. Up against Atkins. Atkins does okay. He falls over. Right on the boundary line. McGuinness lays a tackle. Ball up.
Bit scrappy then, that last 30 seconds or so. Those half a dozen possessions for North Hobart weren't real clean, but they still managed to just keep the ball moving forward for 50 or 60.
Leaf Hobart kicks to a dangerous spot. All on his own there is Preston. They can launch something here. Hasn't got any runners there on the far side, so he has to come back to the near side. He's got a target there. There's Wheeler. Takes a mark on his chest. The right shoulder strapped. Jacob Wheeler takes his time. Leading player is Gillo, who's been busy. Defensive side of the wing. North Hobart have set up pretty well, Max.
They have. Just slowing Lonnie Wright down. Playing one-on-one.
Kick to half forward. Nathan James front position. Over the back though. Taken there by Monks. Ends up now with Gilligan. Gilligan goes wide here, looking for McCulloch. Does well. Taking on the bounce. Kicks further forward, looking for Stevenson. He's pursued by Smedley. Stevenson gets there. Smedley does okay. Worries him out of it. Still there, Stevenson. Didn't keep his feet. Chance of North Hobart in the forward pocket. Pfeiffer did okay there. Good pressure by the back line of Launceston there. And they didn't let any space for those North Hobart forwards, and they bottled it up. Be a stoppage in their forward pocket.
Yeah, they looked out then when Gilligan had that long raking left foot out to the wing to Jack McCulloch, but the Lonnie defence recovered well and held it up again.
They attack it with the ball there. Another stoppage. Quick update on Paddy Dwyer from the boys on the boundary.
Yes, he's got a splint on his leg from mid-calf to mid-thigh, ice on the knee, and the crutches are out, so his day is done.
Thanks, boys. Of course, there's no substitutes in TSL footy. They're down a rotation today, the Blues, and down a big man, which is probably more significant. Handball comes out to Stevenson for North Hobart on the left boot. But goalkeeping in the goal square there is Isaac Hyatt, who takes the mark on his chest. Releases from the defensive goal square. Up here looking for Connell McCormack. Can't quite take the mark. Who's at the front of the contest? It's all North Hobart. Devine gets a handball away. Short from Downham. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Leafheber was under all sorts of pressure. So they'll get a stoppage just inside the 50. Dave Gruber, what do we got for inside 50 so far?
7 to North Hobart, 6 to Launceston. Clearance is pretty even, 6 to North Hobart, 5 to Launceston.
There's another one to Launceston. Comes to Gilligan. He's tackled from behind by Jones. Another ball up. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. From the ball up. Got a whistle on play. Come back. North Launceston free kick to Jake Kilby. Thinks about going sideways to a target at half forward in Shoemaker. But Dave Monks is there. Strong across half back. Kicks towards half forward to Barrow, but getting in front of the contest there was Charlie Meadows. Taking the mark. Had a good first quarter, Big Charlie. Touch ball, play on is the call. It's inside 50 for North Hobart. Loose ball to right, can't pick it up. Doing okay there was Wheeler, lays a tackle. And in fact it's an illegal tackle, says the umpire. Caught over the shoulder.
Unlucky.
Zach Barrow.
I think it was there, but it was just unlucky. If he didn't tackle him, he was out anyway,
Yes.
Barrow.
Zach Barrow is about 30 out, 10 metres in from the boundary. Great debut last year in the TSL. Played some Devils footy, then got injured. And missed a big chunk of last season. North Launceston back on top at Kingborough. They lead 18 to 13. Zach Barrow kicking to the town end at Windsor Park. Left footer. Zach Barrow has kicked a goal for North Hobart. Extends their lead. 2-3-15 to 3 behind 3 points. No breeze advantage to speak of today. But not a bad start here for North Hobart. Their first 5 minutes wasn't crash hot. Launceston did a lot of the play, but since then they've really dominated, Max.
Yeah, they have, Dave, and you're right. That first 5 minutes or so, the ball was constantly in the Launceston Blues forward 50. They had a couple of set shots at goal. One was by, I think it was Lenny Faulkner, who he'll be ruining that at quarter time, that he didn't manage to get it through. It was about 30 metres out, running straight at it. But yeah, North Hobart have done really well here in the first 27 minutes. So it could possibly be another goalless quarter for Launceston here.
Been really good cross half back. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yep, they
the
have.
ball up. Kilby wins the tap, doing all the ruck work now in the absence of Dwyer. Gillow towards half forward to Faulkner. Little handball to Foley. Evades him. Leafheber tries to burst through. Ball up. Yeah, the likes of McLeod back there. Monks we've mentioned a few times. Devine.
Yep.
They've been really good across half back and haven't let Launceston get any scoring opportunities.
Well, they've just been prepared to run. That's the
Presnell
difference.
meets the contest there with Watson. Out it comes. Look away handball. Gillow to Faulkner. Addy towards Ben Hyatt. Elusive. Gets around. Kicks to the goal square. Riley's been shifted forward. Flies. Dylan Riley. What a mark that is. A 1-on-2 situation. And just the experience there, the judgment of Dylan Riley. He's taken the mark. 15 metres out. 45-degree angle. That's vintage Dylan Riley.
Yep, no one else was going to mark that apart from number one.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you just knew he had the sit and was going to take that big one grab mark.
Yep.
Dylan Riley. Riley kicks the first goal for Launceston. Puts them back into the contest. 1-3-9 to 2-3-15. So what do you think of that move, Max? Just to give them a bit more firepower up. You know, it's the old robbing Peter to pay Paul situation.
Yeah, well, I just spoke about having him down the back line as to how valuable he is, and I think he's just proven wherever you play him, he's going to be valuable, isn't he? Like
You need two of him.
yeah, well, he'd be handy. I reckon they'd like two of a few different ones out there at the moment. But yeah, a good quick response to that previous goal from Barrow down the other end, and yeah, once again we've got a one goal ball game. Not a high scoring game, but entertaining. Lots of quick ball movement, and both sides prepared to take it on a bit. Lonnie I think are trying to slow it down that little bit more, whereas North Hobart seem to want to just go at every chance.
30-minute marks. It can't be long left here at Windsor Park in this first quarter.
The stretcher would slow it down a bit, but
yes, true.
Apart from that, 3 goals, so you don't get much time on for 3 goals.
Secondary ball up as the first bounce fell outside the larger of the 2 circles. Kilby wins the tap. Leaf have the Sharks. Release the handball to Watson. Watson towards half forward. Players overrun it. Finlay pokes, tackled from behind. Might be a free kick. It'll be a ball up, 40 out from North Hobart's goal. It's quarter time at Kingborough. 4-point lead to North Launceston. Palfreyman pushed off his kick slightly. One-on-one contest. Hasty and Conor McCormack. Conor McCormack did pretty well there. He won it on the left foot. Does a beautiful little left foot 45 kick to Liam Jones. His kick to Ben Hyatt. He has runners. He's still got a runner here in Schoonmaker. He'll take the mark. About 70 out. Rudy's a call. Rudy kicks towards full forward to Riley, but there's plenty of North Hobart defenders. And David Monks takes an intercept mark there.
He'd be disappointed with that. He had lots of options and just didn't look anywhere but the goals. So he'll learn from it. Only young.
Archie Devine, speaking of young, the 16-year-old, gets it back now to Monks. And he takes the mark right on quarter time. Interesting first quarter. And North Hobart lead 2-3-15 to the Blues 1-3-9.
Correct, David.
Goal kickers, Max?
Yep, goal kickers for North Hobart, the leading team at the moment by 6 points. That 1 goal margin. We've got going down the sheet, 1 goal to Jack McCulloch and 1 to Zach Barrow and to Launceston. Both number 1s have got 1 at the moment. The one and only goal kicker is Dylan Riley.
Dave Gruber, I'll get his stats. You ready to go, Grubes? You got them all tallied there? Away you go.
Okay, hit-outs, North Hobart ahead there, 12 to Launceston 9. Clearances, Launceston 9, North Hobart 7. Inside 50s, Launceston 8, North Hobart 9. Marks inside 50, 2 for North Launceston and 3 for Launceston and 3 for North Hobart. And intercept marks, 3 for Launceston, 4 for North Hobart, and free kicks, North Hobart 8, Launceston 5.
Okay, so fairly even across the board there.
Yeah.
Probably disposal efficiency might have been better for North Hobart. They seem to be able to string together the ball a bit better. Matt, what's some quick thoughts on the first quarter action here at Windsor Park before we go for a break?
Yeah, well, we spoke about the North Hobart guys across half back, and that's probably where they're getting all their drive from. Like when the ball gets loose, the guys like, who do we say, Archie Devine, you've got Harrison McLeod, they're probably leading the way there. And they're not just prepared to get the ball. After they've handed it off, they're prepared to run and get that second one as well. So Launceston will be trying to cut that down a little bit, that run off half back, which is where a lot of sides these days get their drive. For Launceston, Powerman's racking up a few in his 150th. Isaac Hyatt's pretty busy around the ball. Liam Jones is as well.
Gillow, I thought, done
yeah,
some good
Gillow
work.
in and under, probably 6 or 7 touches, I reckon. We'll most likely get the Lonnie stats shortly from the great men sitting to our left. But, overall, relatively easy quarter. Disappointing thing about that quarter for just football in general is young Paddy Dwyer.
Yes.
With obviously what seems to be a fairly serious knee injury, but hopefully it's not as bad as what it looked, and he'll be back on the track in a few weeks. But even scoreboard pressure by both sides. Both sides missed 2 or 3 goals that if they had the chance again, I reckon they would get the 2 flags waved. So really important, in a low-scoring game like this, that everyone makes every opportunity, a goal.
Yes.
And if you're going to miss the easy ones, it'll come back and bite you on the rear end at the end of the game.
This quarter time break brought to you by our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut, making hot drinks for you at the game today. You'll find them next to the Launceston change rooms there. They've got the coffee out there, and I can see there's a lot of people out there already having some great hot drinks there, cappuccinos, lattes, tea, etc. So please support our sponsor there, Brew Coffee Hut. We'll take a break here at quarter time. When we come back, we'll hear from the boys on the boundary. Back in a moment.
Front, if you just adjust that, so it's the peaking one there. got your peak and your contrast and your brightness there. You can turn this over off.
Somebody just texted me that. Hopefully they'll realise it.
I like that island.
North Hobart. I reckon, yeah. Like,
Yeah, that's better.
on the stream, they've got that as, they've got it the other way around, so it's a ballsy.
Yeah, if you want to have a go at this water, mate. Okay, so that's done now. Yep. All I do there. Yeah, right.
Beautiful timing there by the siren blower to our right. Yes, it's quarter time here at Windsor Park, and it's North Hobart 2-3-15, Launceston 1-3-9. Just about to get underway in the second quarter down at Kingborough, and North Launceston 18 lead Kingborough 14 in the AFL. The Giants, Max, just in front, close game.
Yep, 3 points up, 34 to Sydney Swans 31. That's about 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. It was an early start. The Sydney Derby up there today. So Giants by 3 points at this stage at the SCG.
And some stats.
Yep, some
compliments
stats.
of Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell.
Absolutely, best in the business. Leading the way, as you pointed out earlier, Dave, Bailey Gillow with 11. There's half a dozen blokes on 7. The Hyatts, the Powerfulmans, the Rileys. Jake Kilby's had 5 hit-outs, which is really good. I'm guessing this column here called ball gets might be loose ball gets. Hard ball gets is what some people call them, and impressive there. Bailey Gillow as well has picked up 9 of those of his 11 possessions, and the Launceston, as they always do, just follow one opposition player, and that's Tyler McGuinness today. He's racked up 6 in the first quarter as well, so he's had a reasonable start to the game also.
Down to the boundary, I think it's Chris Sayer first.
Yes, and Ambassador wants him to tighten up when the ball's in dispute and hold on to the ball to open up the game, penetrate forward to get that one-on-one. He thinks they're really close to breaking this game open. Here's Tony.
Yeah, Mitch wasn't really pleased with the start. He said it was a very bad start, like you're coming off the bye. He reckons they've given away far too many free kicks, so he wants to tighten up on that. He wants to play contested ball, as in one-on-one. Don't try to create the loose man, just go one-on-one. Feels that they can then get on top in the clearances and control the game. A couple of moves. Kilby's back in the ruck. He will have been playing full forward. Dylan Wright is going down forward, more centre half forward. He wants him more involved in the game further up the ground. And the young kid on debut, Hunter McGee's down in the goal square.
Thanks, boys. Centre bounce, second quarter action here on City Park Radio, 103.7 and 96.5, and via the Community Radio Plus app. And from the clearance, it's McGuinness getting it to Leaf Hobart. Oh, he tries to get around a couple of tackles, just gets it away in time to that man McLeod. Probably one of the best in the first quarter for North Hobart. Finds Josh Hilda. Hilda with a 45 kick to McGuinness. 6 possessions first quarter. Off to Leaf Hobart, who's had a fair bit of it as well. Back now here to Archie Devine. Inside 50 kicks, not great. Spills to the back. Pfeiffer with a good collect. Handball forward of the ball to Paul Freeman. He goes sideways. Finds Atkins. Back to Paul Freeman. Now to Pfeiffer. Gee, that's good footy out of defence by the Blues. I think it was Presnell falling over there. They might cough it up. They will. It might come back the other way. Gee, great smother there by Atkins. Ends up inside attacking 50s. Ball from behind. Front of the contest. Foley will make it a 50-50 and cause a stoppage.
They looked good there, didn't they? Yeah, it was fantastic. Just the overlap run, drawing the player. Unfortunately, the Prince fell over when it mattered. Recovered well, laid a good tackle after that, but chance go missing there for the Blues.
Still deep in their defence. Hyatt's tackled from behind. Another ball up. We take the week off TSL footy next week with AFL in town. And our next game for broadcast will be Friday week. The derby, North Launceston versus Launceston on a Friday night at UTAS Stadium. Here's McMurray trying to work his way clear. He's had a bit of footy in the Devils this year. Young Wilbur made his debut against North Launceston a few weeks back. Still deep in attack here for the Demons. They lead by 6 points. McCulloch hits it straight to Hyatt. Hyatt barrels it out of defence. Chaos ball. Gets up towards the wing. Riley Woods there. Little round the corner kick. Ben Hyatt couldn't take the mark. Presnell tackle. Does release. Can't find a target with the handball, although Hyatt now will mop up. Gets it back to Paul Freeman. Pressure from behind. Presnell. Now to Ben Hyatt, who's drifted up the ground. His kick to the wing's no good. And it's marked there by Meadows. Sideways kick to Lee Febber. Long sideways kick in turn now to McLeod. He's got that sweeping roll across half back. The former Devil. Inside 50 looking for McCulloch. Kilby front position. Grabs, he got there. He takes the mark on the 6th grab. The big fella. Back in the team after a white-tailed spider bite. His kick, Gillow claims the mark, but it was a half volley. And he took the tackle on. No price, said the umpire.
No, it was smart then. He knew that he didn't mark it. He just pretended he did that.
Yeah, good stuff there from Bailey Gillow. 11 possessions first quarter. Now Smedley, kick smothered. Devine to McLeod. His kick smothered. Good pressure there from Jones. Out here now towards Kelp. Can't escape the tackle, the boy from Warrnambool. Hilda kicks to a dangerous spot at half forward, but there, taking a comfortable mark in defence is Foley. Another intercept mark for the Blues. Long kick, can it find a target? It does. There's Ben Hyatt. Chips up the kick. Presnell. Now to McGee. Hunter McGee. His first possession in TSL footy. Kicks towards half forward. McLeod front position. He would have held without it.
Didn't he?
He's had a lot of it, Max.
He's had a hell of one. He's brought his own ball so far.
Goes inside defensive 50. Back here now. Towards Beauville. High tackle on Lee Febber. Yep, umpire saw it. No advantage. We'll come back. So right half back for the D's. Most of the play in this quarter, but no score as yet to either team. Short kick now to Devine. Goes back inside defensive 50. There's the debutant there in Beauville. He goes wider to McLeod, who takes the mark. Harrison McLeod. Play leading up there is Wilmot. Handballs it back to McLeod. Darts around, escapes a tackle. Although he's worried out of it now. Faulkner, nice one over the top to Presnell. He gets around McLeod, steadies, and gets it to Conor McCormack at half forward. He's right on 50, or the man in the mark is, so to take a long boot from there. He spotted a target there, Max, that he might not have seen.
Yeah, it was like Dylan Rowley had probably 10 metres on his opponent, hitting up this forward pocket that was ignored.
Conor McCormack, nice long kick towards the goal square. It's a defensive mark taken back there by Meadows. Quick release. They're outside defence now through Monks. Looking for Stevenson. Athletic leap, couldn't take the mark. Round in a circle is Isaac Hyatt. Lays back in a little chip kick. Finds Wheeler. Wheeler, they're looking for Riley a fair bit here. Kicks towards the goal square.
Shepherded.
Nathan James. Now, yes, well picked, Max.
Shepherded.
Nathan James took the mark, but they're really conscious there that Riley is the big target. And that time he was bustled out of the contest, Max. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, look, he was just blocked. Couldn't get a run at it. So good decision there. Good vision by the umpires.
Now, Dylan Riley, in his heyday, you'd almost write this one down. He's 30 out.
I'll write it down.
He's writing it down. 45-degree angle. Kicking to the town end. And he comes. Nice kick, Dylan Riley. 2 goals now to Riley. 2 goals to Launceston. And the scores are levelled up here, 2-3-15 apiece. And like last night's game match, he's got a feeling this could go right down to the wire. These two teams are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, they are. But last night's game was two ordinary clubs with a good game. Here we've probably got 2 good clubs and a good game.
That's right.
Yep.
Two very historic clubs in Tassie footy.
Yep. I think an
they
area
are
where
fairly evenly matched, aren't they? It's just going to take little things here.
Yep.
It's going to make the difference.
It is. What I'd like to see, and I've just observed it a little bit, the younger Launceston guys probably not choosing the first opportunity every time. They're still trying to do that. I'm going to hang on to it and get it past this guy, and that's where they're sort of coming undone a little bit.
Take it on a bit. Kilby, lovely tap here towards Foley, who's gone onto the ball. With a bigger body there. Comes out to Leafheber, though. Round the corner kick. Will bounce here before Stevenson. He's up against Smedley. Ball taken and out of the contest there towards McCormack by Noah Hedger in the helmet. His first involvement today. Kick up towards the wing. Player tackled heavily there. It was Gilligan. Spills out. Funny sort of kick from Ben Hyatt. Might be effective. Won't be 15 though as Kilby takes it. He's tackled from behind. It'll be a ball up. Far side wing from us. On the West Tamar Highway side of the ground here at Windsor Park. Scores a level, 15 apiece. Foley tries to break clear. Gets a funny old kick away. Loose footy. Ben Hyatt. Releases it only as far as Watson, who gets it to Finlay Poke. Little fumble there from Gilligan on debut. And it'll be out of bounds. Centre wing. Beautiful day here. Forecast 18, 19 degrees. Golden North Launceston at Kingborough. They lead 4-1-25 to 2-3-15. Big margin too there. It was a 1:30 start, which escaped my attention at Bellerive. And it's Clarence at halftime, 10-4, leading Glenorchy 2-3. AFL update, Max, as we've got another stoppage.
Still 3 points to Sydney this time,
yep.
but a goal to them, so 5-7-37 to the Giants, 5-4-34.
Forecast to be wet up there, so we can see if that scoring slows down as the day goes on. As Wheeler is tackled to a standstill.
A lot more stoppages in this last 5 or 6 minutes.
Bruce got some inside 50s while we've got a bit of a negative passage of play here.
4 for North Hobart, 2 for Launceston this quarter.
Okay. Jones now under pressure. He's tackled. Players pile on. Another ball up. Right in front of our boundary riders there. Probably see them in the background. It's a wave, boys. Here we go. Tony's waving. Spills out the back. Now to McGee. Releases the ball. And as far as Devine, he might have got a high tackle there, he did. So we'll get a bit of a clearance out of this congestion through Archie Devine. First time I've seen him, I'm impressed. Kicks pretty good to McGuinness. Coming up for possession number 9. Up here towards Meadows has been great so far. Yes, he was bustled out of that contest. Off the ball there, before the ball arrived, I should say, by Tina McCormack. Slow to get up, Big Charlie. He's caught one. I think he schnoz. Comes to life. Little kick. Finds James at 15. Play on now. Kick to the goal square. McCulloch's there. Off hands. Leafhammer dangerous. Gets tackled from behind. They pile on top of him. Bailey Gillow with a good tackle there as Leafhammer was about to emerge.
Yep.
So there'll be a ball up. 15 metres out from the Demons' goal. Scores are level. 10 minutes into the quarter. Umpire Tom McEntee raises it aloft. Punched out of the contest here towards Pfeiffer. He's got on the boundary line. He's happy to see it over. Right in front of the social rooms.
He was never going to get rid of that big Seft, was he? Being the left footer and no right foot, nowhere to go. So I'll just take the tackle on and get bumped over the line. Smart footy. Very congested, isn't it? Like you've got 36 players nearly from centre half forward down into the forward line here.
Yeah, that one for the traditionalists who like the open game.
I do.
Isaac Hyatt kicks to the wing. Off hands. Riley Wood got there first. Knocked away from him by Schoenmaker. Out of bounds.
Wouldn't you love to see a guy standing at centre half forward here by himself, Dave?
Would.
You know?
Absolutely.
One mistake, bang, goal. You could walk to the goals and no one would catch you from there.
So it's the attacking side of the wing now for the D's. Haven't scored this quarter through almost 11 minutes. Kilby, nice little tap over the back there to Foley. Comes out from McLeod to Devine. Kick to space. Getting there first, though, is Connor McCormack.
I've never seen that runner for Launceston, Marty Poughman, move so quick then.
He's doing a lot of work.
If Ange is listening, I think you're going to have to get the ice bath running because I think he's just done a hammy. He has not moved that quick for probably 17 years.
Little kick there from Tina McCormack, father, of course, of Brody.
Yes. Yep.
Playing his 150th, to be a proud father. Ball now on the far side there with Atkins. Made his debut on the TSL this year. High kick towards half forward. Big thump from behind by McCulloch, who drifted into defence there.
Good spoil.
Out of bounds.
Good spoil. They're defending really well. They're holding Launceston up, not giving them not the first quarter. They did get a bit of a run on a few times, but apart from that play where there was an unfortunate slip over early on there by Presnell early in the quarter, they haven't had the chance to sort of just open it up yet.
Fair to say, with 4 goals kicked in the game, both defences have been on top so far. Comes here towards Foley, releases a kick towards the boundary line, spills to Riley, evades a tackle from McGuinness, kicks towards the goal square, but out in front there leading the charge. Mark taken there by, I think that's the young debutant there in Beauville. Kicks out of defence. Handball forward of the contest, there by Wilmot, stays in play, out of bounds now.
Yes. Good clearance there too, by the North Hobart guys. Didn't have much in front of him, so I think it was a smart move, just doing that little handball rather than trying to throw it on the boot and kicking it straight to the Blues.
You just wonder what a difference would have made in this game with playing Kilby as a permanent forward. So speaking of which...
He milked one there. He milked
basketball terms, do you think that might have been a bit of a flop?
Yeah.
So McCulloch there, he's explaining to the umpire what's going on. That umpire's not going to change his mind. They never do. Jake Kilby. He's playing a role he didn't expect to play today. Coming back from that injury. Handballs to Connell McCormack. Stops props. Does well to get round his opponent there in McCulloch. There's a leading spot up in Jones. Jones, attacking side of the wing. And lots of leads. Now has to play on under pressure. Kicks high here. Off hands. Riley's got it. Shrugs a tackle. Dylan Riley. Kicks towards goal. Is that a mark? It is.
Ooh.
It's paid. Let's wait till the player gets up. Is it Ben Hyatt? I reckon it is. And I think Riley might have been going for goal there, do you think, Max? And Ben Hyatt was in the right place at the right time?
Yeah, I think he was, but just shows the explosiveness of the guy then too, isn't it? Like those first 3 or 4 steps, bang. I'm sure Jason on the camera would have caught that one as to whether it did bounce or not. It'd be a good little replay to watch. Was it a half volley or was it a mark? Ben Hyatt for his first. And Ben Hyatt puts the Blues in front here at Windsor Park. That's his first, the Blues third. 3-3-21, North Hobart 2-3-15. Let's get some stats for the quarter so far. Dave Gruber, starting with the clearances.
Clearances, Launceston on top, 6 to North Hobart's 3. Inside 50s, North Hobart 5, Launceston 4. Intercept marks 3 apiece this quarter.
Okay, thanks Dave Gruber.
North Hobart guys just having a bit of conference in the middle while the ball comes back to the centre, saying, righto, what are we going to do to clear this out? I want you, Charlie, to hit it down to me, RJ Watson, and I'm going to kick it forward, and I'm going to kick it to Josh Hilder. You're going to mark it, and I want you to kick a goal, Josh.
It's a real new look centre bounce combination there for North Hobart with all those midfielders out for this game. RJ Watson playing forward mainly this season. As they get it out now through McMurray, the young devil, kicks it half forward. Kelp fumbles. Now he's under pressure. Wright dives in. Kelp dives on him. And it's going to be a ball up. And senior footy, that little fumble, Max, can cost you. You're away.
Yep, he thought he had it and took off, but you've got to go with the ball, not without it, son.
From the ruck contest. Tackle laid. Out it comes. Now to McGuinness. Kick inside 50s, a long one to the goal square. McCulloch front position. Pfeiffer! Great mark, Seth Pfeiffer. Athletic grab from behind. Up against the tall McCulloch. It's a play on now. As Max said, he loves that long left foot. There's no exception. Kicks it wide. Nice mark taken there by Tina McCormack. McCormack right now to play on. Nice hoof up the wing. Riley almost takes an athletic mark on his chest. Spills though. Bursting through again is Riley. He's setting this game alight at the moment. Chaos ball attacking 50. Ben Hyatt back over to Riley. Can he take it on the bounce? Lots of North Hobart defenders there. The reliable McLeod gets through. He puts a teammate under a lot of pressure. Lacks a fortune as the high tackle is laid.
A bit high, that one.
Free kick. I think it's Archie Devine back there. Gets it wide and out of Wilmot. Wilmot kicks to space here at half forward. It's all Launceston. Fife will meet it. Takes it on the bounce. Gets a good little block there from Kelp. Oh, it's a funny old helicopter kick. Might work out all right. Bouncing ball. In there is Wheeler. He's dispossessed. Taken by Gillow. On that left foot. The lead up is Riley, who'll take it on the chest. Yes. Back to Gillow on the boundary line. Is he going to have a go at it? Centres the ball. Who's he got?
Oh,
he's got Paul Freeman. Great football by the Launceston Footy Club there. Started at half back. And the skills had to be 100%, and they were. And 10 out of 10 there for Bailey Gillow and Dylan Riley. And smart stuff from Bailey Gillow there. He could have blazed away, but he had that peripheral vision.
Yeah, he did, and only just cleared the North Hobart guy. Reached up to halfway through that kick to try and touch it, but he didn't. But Dylan Riley would be about due for a blow, I reckon. He's had a pretty hectic 5 or 6 minutes.
15 metres directly in front in his 150th TSL game. Brodie Paul Freeman kicks a goal for Launceston, raises his hand in the air. They get around in 150 games. Brodie Paul Freeman and a goal. And they're out all of a sudden to a 12-point lead here at Windsor Park. 18 minutes into the quarter. It's Launceston 4-3-27, North Hobart 2-3-15. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. A good little patch here from the Blues, Max.
Yeah, a great little patch, and we're opened up quite a handy lead at the moment. Whilst it's only 12 points, a couple of goals, it's the biggest margin of the day, and I've kicked 3 this quarter already, still sharing them around. Riley's got a couple, but starting to get multiple goal kickers, which is always more challenging for the opposition to nullify. It's targeting one bloke. It's pretty easy to double team and that, but once you start sharing it around, it starts to be a little bit more difficult for the opposition coach.
North Launceston 6-1-37, Kingborough 3-4-22 at the Twin Ovals. From the centre bounce, can they respond? Handball over the top, ends up there with Downham. Kick for goal there by RJ Watson is offline, one behind. That's really good fluent use out of the centre bounce. So one of their best clearances today, North Hobart. And RJ just couldn't finish the job there. Paul Freeman, he just kicked the goal and now he's kicking out.
Demanded that one too. Pfeiffer was ready to kick it. He said, give it to me, mate, on the captain.
Adrenaline flowing. Beautiful spot up kick into the back pocket. Yes, just inside the boundary to Oliver Atkins. Atkins, deep in defence still. Nice long kick from the youngster. Close to the line. Flyers wanted. Almost a second grab there to McCormack. That was Tina McCormack.
Some really good tackling. There's another really good example there of a fine executed tackle. Been a couple of sloppy ones, but overall the tackling's been impressive by both sides.
Quick kick inside 50. Chance here for Pope, front position. Massive sprawl from behind there from the Launceston defence. Tackle there is Devine. How's the umpire see that? High tackle. He's got a couple of those this quarter. Young Archie plays on. Has right inside 50. It'll be a free kick or mark, surely.
Front on contact.
Front on contact. Isaac Smedley had no choice really, as Wright was free. Young Sam Wright in the long sleeves. I've been impressed with Archie Devine. He's going to be a player. He's got his head in and under. He's got a couple of high free kicks this quarter.
Yeah, that's all right though. He's getting the ball.
That's right.
If you're getting tackled, it means you got the ball, so that's not a bad thing.
And a chance here for a goal assist if Wright can do the job. He's only 30 metres out, right of centre. No wind at all to speak of today. A perfect May day. May the 4th be with you.
David, please.
Here comes Wright. Sneaks it in. No, he doesn't. Off to the right-hand side by Sam Wright.
Got it wrong.
Couple of opportunities missed there from the Demons through RJ Watson, and also right. Oh, the short kick out's dangerous. McGuinness gets a hand in, lays a tackle on Paul Freeman. Ball says the North Hobart supporters. Spills out, Kelp under pressure. It's a short kick to Connor McCormack. Gee, that's a strong mark. Good work there from Kelp too. It was a kick under pressure. Ed didn't really nail it. So the youngsters doing well. Connor McCormack, his third season of senior footy now. The short option in Jones, doesn't go there, has to go longer. Looking over there for Wheeler, that's out of bounds on the full. Or a mark. It's out of bounds on the full. Harrison McLeod with the free kick. 22 minutes gone. Smothered there by Wheeler. Falls to Paul Freeman. Lays a tackle there. Devine. Smart handball back to McLeod. On out of Riley Wood. His kick semi-smothered. Play on it'll be. Well, gee, Gillow ran into Connell McCormack. Wright lays the tackle. Release ball now to Gillow. Thinks about the handball to Jones, who was under pressure. Oh, nice mark, McLeod. He's North Hobart's best, I reckon, so far. Harrison McLeod, he plays on now. It's a space inside 50. Was Leaf ever? But Bailey Gillow had 11 possessions to quarter time, all kicks. Takes the mark.
Probably got another 8 already, I reckon, Dave.
We'll get an update on that from the Lonnie Stats boys at half time. Gillow, close to the boundary line again. Easy mark there to Nathan James. He really looks like a footballer, Nathan James. Riley Wood, spearing pass is good. Mark taken by the athletic McGuinness. So McGuinness, not a lot of space to work with inside 50. So he might decide to pump it long. Goes to the pocket. Target is McCulloch. Goes early. Pushed his opponent in the back there. Bailey Gillow again.
Just getting in the right spot every time, isn't he? Getting into the hole or into the contest where he's got a chance to mark it.
This is the kick, isn't it, Max? That they're not quite executing here. Well, he might get 50 here. He will. So they will get it out now.
Yeah.
There's Jack McCulloch, I think, wandered over the mark.
I think it was down here. It was a non-officiating umpire. It wasn't Tommy Mack. It was the guy marking the mark there now. And I think they were just having a bit of a conversation. And the umpire won out.
Hyatt has got space in the wing to size up to play on. Goes back from whence it came to Gillow. Probably over 20 possessions now comfortably. Centering ball now to Kelp. Recruit from the North Warrnambool Footy Club. And the Hampden lead kicks inside 50. Hyatt! Gee, he should have taken that mark in the end. He was under pressure though. Just a hat kick out there by Devine. Might come back to Kelp. Surely got one high. He did. There from McCulloch. He's playing an interesting role, Max. He's sort of everywhere at the moment as Kilby kicks inside 50. Jones lurking. Liam Jones kicks the goal. Great goal for Launceston. You can just see him there waiting for that opportunity. He stayed off the contest. It spilt. And he doesn't need much opportunity, does Liam Jones, when he's got that side-on goal. And he kicks a beautiful goal for Launceston. 5-3-33, 2-5-17.
It was a great finish, Dave. And I was just, if he didn't kick the goal, I'll still say what I was going to say. Like, Kilby took the advantage, which is fine, but it's that inside 50 entry kick that they're not necessarily hitting the right target with every time. That was probably more fortunate than planned execution, that one with Jones being able to read it off the pack. But I think they just need to be a bit more composed. You know, they're getting on top of the scoreboard now, but it's a bit more composed going into the forward line.
Chris Sayer, you've got some news there on Dylan Riley.
Oh, look, he was just in the hands of the physio for a little while, but then he went back on the ground. He's moving freely, but just watch that left leg. There's something bothering him.
Okay. Probably old age, like us, Max. As out it comes now to Kilby. Kilby long inside 50. Players fly. Here it is. Faulkner. Gee, that was brave. Little handball over the top. Chance here. Hyatt for goal. Another goal to Launceston. Superb play there by the youngsters in the forward line. And that was really brave there from Lenny Faulkner. He just picked a path through traffic, Max, released the handball, and Ben Hyatt has kicked his second for the quarter. This is a big quarter for Launceston, 6-3-39, 2-5-17. Max, it's not a high-flying forward line, it's an opportunist forward line, isn't it? You've got players that are popping up left, right and centre.
Yep, like I said, starting to get that multiple goal kickers. Got 5 actual goals kicked for the quarter now, but they're really better off just those chaos balls in there, isn't it? That's what's causing the issue at the moment.
So inside 50s, Dave Gruber, this quarter.
10 for North Hobart, 8 for Launceston.
So that's 8 entries for Launceston, 5 goals.
Five goals.
Yeah. There you go. Kilby now with the tap. Out now to McGuinness. They need to respond, North Hobart, before half-time. Now to McLeod. Another centre clearance for the Demons. Up towards half-forward. Clear Smedley for Launceston. Over the back, close to the boundary line. Good work there from Atkins. Sees the ball out of play. Down at Kingborough. North Launceston 39. Lead Kingborough 29. Tight contest there. It's one-way traffic at Bellerive. We'll get an AFL update now from Max Walker. So that's the Swans.
Half-time,
yep.
Sydney Swans by 9 points. So I'll try and get some N2FA scores for those people who love a bit of local northern footy.
Match of the day there, probably Rachel Lee Bridgenell. Little kick forward by Leaf Heber. Here's the dangerous Watson. RJ handballs it off to McLeod. Can't quite take it. Has a second attempt. Oh, is that a push in the back? No. Ball up, 30 out. Yes, Rachel Lee Bridgenell, I think Max might be the match of the day on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Two big teams there. Up it goes. Kilby with the tap. Trying to come through was RJ. Wright dives in. Oh, gee, that's a good handball out from Tina McCormack to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's got no target forward of the ball, though. Coughs it up. And I think that's Meadows back there taking the mark. Short kick, looking for Devine. Spoil from behind from Wheeler. It's effective. He dives in after it. It's Joseph Wheeler. On top there of Meadows. And it'll be a ball up. Getting Meadows, geez, he's an athletic young man, and young Charlie Bogle mixed up, because who took that mark there. But it's half-time here at Windsor Park, and the Blues there with a 5-goal second quarter have opened up an advantage. 6-3-39. Just verifying that, groups. Yep, 6-3-39 to North Hobart, 2-5-17. So, yes, 5 goals straight in that quarter for Launceston, just the 2 behinds to North Hobart. What have you noticed, Max?
Oh, I'm just wondering what's going on here. The North Hobart umpire is...
North Hobart runner?
No, North Hobart runner, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're pointing out... You know, I don't know, if I could lip read, I'd be saying, mate, you get in, get your message and get off. You gave one there. I don't care where you go, but get out of the contest.
Okay.
I don't think the guy in pink's going to win this conversation.
It's an animated conversation. Anyway, It's been a really interesting first half of footy. The first half of that quarter was fairly scrappy. Took us a while to get our first goal of that quarter, but tell you what, Launceston have made most of your opportunities. Let's go through the goal kickers, Max.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Yep, for Launceston, only 2 multiple goal kickers. Dylan Riley, 2. Ben Hyatt, 2. Liam Jones, 1. Brody Palfman, 1. And for North Hobart, failed to hit the scoreboard for the goals that quarter, only forcing 2 points through. Still got McCulloch 1 and Zach Barrow 1.
Oh, yep.
So half-time here, it's 6-3-39 to 2-5-17. Gribbs, you've added up all the stats there. What do you got for us?
To half-time, hit-outs Launceston 21, North Hobart 20. Clearances, Launceston 17, North Hobart 16. Inside 50s, Launceston 16, North Hobart 20. Marks inside 50, 6 for Launceston, 3 for North Hobart. Intercept marks, Launceston 8, North Hobart 10, and free kicks 9 for Launceston, 16 for North Hobart.
Look at your sheet there, Gribbs. No marks inside 50 for North Hobart that quarter?
No, that's right, yeah. No. And 4 for Launceston.
Okay, we're going to get a report at half-time from North Launceston and the Tigers down at Twin Ovals, but they've only just got to half-time, so we'll give our correspondent there just a little bit of a rest to sort of gather his thoughts. And Max, we might just get some thoughts from you on this game to half-time. Where did Launceston get on top?
Yeah, look, I think they got on top just from the run and carry a little bit. They're on-ballers. I've made a couple of notes here. They put Foley in the middle. And I don't think he would have got a lot of the ball, but just the strength that he's got. Like, he's a big, strong lad. He did get a couple of clearances out of there. Hope the stats will say the same thing there, but he helped him get it out of the middle. Liam Jones was busy, not just down forward when he kicked that great goal, but started to get a few possessions around the ground. Bailey Gillow's just having a standout game. He's doing really, really well. Yep, so
17 possessions,
Yep, 17 possessions. So he only got 6 that quarter, but...
6 quality ones.
6 quality ones, drifted back and did well. Thought Jake Kilby got on top a little bit in the ruck, starting to wear him down a bit. Brody Palfman did all right around the ball and got his goal, and then next minute you look up and he's kicking it out from full back, taking a bit of control there, which I don't mind seeing either. As the captain of the club, he's only 25 years old. He's got probably 15 or 16 people there, about 18, 19, 20 years old. So you've got to show a bit of leadership, and he is showing it, which is great.
The two Hyde boys, I think, will be pretty good.
Yeah, they have young Ben and Isaac. Isaac's really good with his left foot. Ben's had 15 up to 15 possessions now. For North Hobart, we've made the conversation throughout the call so far. Harrison McLeod's been outstanding off half back. So has young Devine, Archie Devine. Started off in long sleeves, I think, and gone to short sleeves. Got a bit hot for him. He was racking up too many possessions. Stuff done really well.
He looks a player. That's Charlie Boville, number 59. He's done a fair bit down. It doesn't look like a debutant. It looks like he's fairly self-assured.
Yep, Finlay Polk started really well, but slowed down a little bit. We can just see him walking across the middle of the ground now, about 10 minutes after the rest of his team. Actually, no, that's Josh Cleve, I think.
Yeah, there might be an injury there that we haven't picked up. He's striding across. Jack McCulloch's an interesting one. Obviously, he started forward, but he's been drifting up to get involved with the play a little bit more.
Yep, he has. You want to be able to play a good tool like that forward, but you've got to get the ball down to him as well. So he's obviously got to come up forward to get it. Leaf Havers started really well too. Been consistent across the two quarters. So look, they're given 100%, and they can't do much more than that. I'm sure Adam Bester is mentioning that to them. Whilst we're having a crack, we've just got to be a bit more polished now. They're taking it on, but Launceston have just sort of
made the most of the opportunities.
Yeah, they have. Yep, and we said that early. Make the most of the opportunities to get the scores.
Half-time, time for a hot coffee or a mocha from our sponsor, Brewed Coffee Hut, making hot drinks for you at the game today. You'll find them over there next to the Launceston change rooms. You can see the sign there, Brewed Coffee Hut. You're at the ground, get along, and like the big line up there at the moment, to get one of those hot drinks that are a great job. Our sponsor there, Brewed Coffee Hut. We'll take a break at half-time here, and when we come back, we'll talk to Andrew Cooling, who's been calling the game today between North Launceston and the Tigers. Back in a moment.
Reserves when I expected.
Doesn't feel something really. So that should all be the same. Very fast, sturdy.
Scott's one goal.
Audio got to change.
Longford beat Georgetown.
Oh, that's good.
Uni report in the two. Lilydale, Stevenson Hills, OLs.
That's it. There we go.
And St Pat's twos are okay.
I'll shake it. I'm sure. Yeah.
Who's that umpire communicating with the earpiece?
Which one?
Well, one of the umpires got the earpiece in.
Name and upload it.
Adam Hayes, but it's not Terry, and it's not these guys up here, so there must be someone around the ground somewhere giving some directions to it. I know they brought a couple of sets
like early state.
to play over this year too. There's two sets where the bandy gals at the game. The senior umpires have got to communicate. You can hear them communicate with each other.
City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5 here at Windsor Park. And after a 5-goal second quarter, it's Launceston 6-3-39, leading North Hobart 2-5-17. Another score at Bell Reeve today at Launceston Arena. It's Clarence 13-4-82, leading Glenorchy 4-3-27. And the other game, of course, is at the Twin Ovals, and it's Northern Bombers, North Launceston up against Kingborough Tigers. It's 1 versus 2. And calling the game today on the Tasmanian State League live stream with Mitch McPherson. It's a big welcome to City Park Radio once again, a great friend of ours, Andrew Cooling. Good afternoon, Andrew. Okay, if I'll talk a bit louder and see how we go. Look, what's the situation there at half time? Of course, Tigers without a few of their big guns, Eddie Cole, Jack Tompkinson, Mitch Brower. I'm interested in the centre field battles, or the midfield battles. The Bombers got on top out of the ruck. What do you think's keeping the Tigers in the game, Andrew? You mentioned the Bombers have been the better team. The margin's only 10 points, so who's impressed you for the Tigers?
Barely touched the ball today, so he's done a really good job in defence. Nicholas Baker's another one who's stood up down there. Lockie Griggs has done some good work. They've been pretty good defensively in the air. They just probably need a few more ball winners. They've probably been the standouts for me for the Tigers. Kieran Lovell's, he's had his moments of class. He's probably been the best of the on-ball brigade, but probably looked for him a little bit too much, if anything. Probably handballed to him a couple of times when he's had Bombers on him, so they might need to be a little less Lovell conscious in the second half.
Goal kickers for both teams, Andrew?
I don't have them all in front of me, but I can say that Declan Chugg is the man who's done the real damage. He's kicked 3 of the Bombers' 6, and I think he probably set up 1 or 2 of the other ones. He's been an absolute live wire down there in the 4 line for the Bombers. Who else? Harvey Griffiths kicked 1. I don't have it written down. Sorry, Dave. I was just seeing
That's right.
Cops had them. William Van Shandon kicked 1. And I think Vent got the other one. So a bit of a spread. It's kind of in the small and medium type size forwards that have been doing the damage rather than the big fellas. It's been quite windy conditions, so marking has been tough, and probably kicking's been tough. The disposal efficiency for both sides would be pretty low at this stage.
Brad Cox-Goodger, has he played today, Andrew?
Yeah, he's been kind of shifted around the ground where needed. Largely been playing half forward and half back. He kind of does his usual thing. When he senses that perhaps the Tigers are getting on top, you see him around the ball. He's done a couple of classy things. He might have some trouble though. The main talking point for Cox-Goodyer came really late in quarter number 2. He actually got put on report for a bit of head-high contact with the shoulder. I haven't seen a full replay of it. It appeared to be getting a bit of head contact with the shoulder, so he might have a date at the tribunal later in the week.
Will be interesting. He's one of the key players. Last question, Andrew. You've probably seen a lot of the teams now in the TSL. We've almost had one full round of games. Do you think North Launceston the most impressive team you've watched so far?
Yes, they have been, Dave. I think I'd be making them the premiership favourites at this point in the season. Obviously, a lot can change between now and September, but they've been highly impressive. I thought that Clarence have been really good in the first month. I was super impressed by what they did to the Tigers at Launceston a couple of weeks when I called that one. And then that same Clarence team just got absolutely dismantled by the Bombers last week. So, yeah, they've been really impressive. A big opportunity here today, as you mentioned, Kimbra, with a couple of key players out. If North Launceston could take advantage here today, get the 4 points, it's a handicap they're going to have early in the season. And I reckon if they get that home ground advantage up at UTAS come September, they're going to take some serious stopping. But I'd say Lauderdale have probably got room to improve, and then you've got the Tigers and Clarence just behind North Launceston based on what I've seen so far.
Well, Andrew, let's get that half-time score again.
Yeah, so at half-time it is Kimbra Tigers 4-6-30, the Northern Bombers 6-4-40.
Mate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Mitch get ready for the second half call and enjoy the second half of the game. And thanks for joining us here on City Park Radio.
Always a pleasure, Dave. Thank you, and go well in the second half of your game.
Cheers, mate. That's Andrew calling the game today for the Tasmanian State League YouTube channel. And it's North Launceston 40 leading the Tigers 30 at half-time. The Blues are back on the ground here. We might just take a short break. Chris back in the studio and get a couple of messages. When we come back, we'll get to the full story from the boys who've been in the rooms at half-time. Back in a moment.
Play your cards right with new LPG deals from Elgas. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Go online, www.elgas.com.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
City Park Radio needs a volunteer sponsorship coordinator. Sponsorship is the lifeblood of community radio. If you like meeting local businesses, have some sales experience and basic computer skills, you could be perfect for the job. Hours and days are negotiable and would suit someone with a few casual hours each week to give back to the community. Interested? Email sales@cityparkradio.com.au or leave a message by phoning 6334 3344. It's your opportunity to be involved with your local community radio station and lead the coordination of sponsorship at City Park Radio.
You're listening to great TSL action, Tasmanian State League football on City Park Radio.
Dave Moore, Maxie Walker, Dave Gruber here at Windsor Park on City Park Radio, 103.7 and 96.5. And I can see Tony out there in the centre. He hasn't got the microphone though, so we're going to have to wait for Chris. I'm not sure where he is. He's probably buried in the North Hobart room. So, Mike, there's a chance, Max. We sort of alluded to some of these stats there in your review at half-time, but let's officially look at the stat sheet. And for our North Hobart viewers and listeners, we get the Launceston stats from Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell each week, so they obviously focus on the Launceston players. So what do you got for us there, Max?
Yep, so Bailey Gillow is leading away with 17, so another consistent quarter. What's interesting with that as well, he's played 5 tackles as well, which is very good. Kilby, as I mentioned earlier, is starting to get on top. He's got 20 hit-outs. Foley, who went into the middle, had 5 possessions that quarter to give him 7 for the game, but again, 6 tackles in addition to that, which is really good. Benny Hyatt's got 15. He's got his couple of goals to go with it. His brother Isaac, young Smiley, 13. Dylan Riley's up to 12. Pouthman's 11. So, you know, the people you expect to have the stats are certainly starting to rack them up.
Bailey Gillow, 10, I presume their hardball gets.
Yeah.
10 hardball gets, that's really significant.
It is, my word it is. And at 10 hardball gets, 5 tackles, it means that he's obviously having a red-hot dip today. Tyler McGuinness up to 14. He's the player that Launceston have focused their statistics on today. 6 in the first quarter and 8 in the second, so he's starting to rack them up as well. So
he's one of the players that we mentioned, all those outs. We mentioned them again, Norton, Kilpatrick, Sandrick, McCrimmon, who was a late withdrawal today, so they're all out of that midfield and they're really relying a lot there on Tyler McGuinness especially to give them that drive, and they've had a few centre clearances, but I tell you what, the Launceston back line, there's not a lot of big names there, but they've done a pretty good job so far to limit North Hobart to 2 goals to half-time.
Yeah, they have, and it's a good confidence builder when you can keep a club to a couple of goals in a half as well, because you go through the Launceston back line, you know, guys like Smedley, playing his probably second or third, fourth game of senior footy. Seth Pfeiffer now is, you know, nearly cemented himself in the back half for these guys in his, what must be his second year of senior footy. So
Tina McCormack's been pretty good too. He
Tina
played a lot of footy in defence for the Devils.
Yep.
We might get down. I see Chris now has emerged from the North Hobart rooms. They've stayed in very late. I gather Adam Bester wasn't too happy, Chris.
No, he wasn't, but he's still pretty upbeat. Expect a lot of changes in this side. I just couldn't keep up with all the changes he said. I know that Nathan James has gone into the ruck. Expect Riley to have a new opponent. I think it might be Monks. I'm not sure, but a lot of changes. He said even though North Hobart had more tackles and more inside 50s, Launceston had more rebounds. He wasn't happy with that. He's harping on the one-on-one again. Energy should lift, work hard and win your own ball. All those phrases. But, they had made a lot of changes, and we'll just see how they line up. But here's Tony.
And in the other rooms, Mitch was fairly happy with that quarter, particularly the end of it. And he said to the team, that's really what we need to do. Forwards, you've got to bring the ball to ground because we've got the small guys who are really good at picking up the goals there, as was shown by the two heights doing that sort of thing. He commended the maturity some of the younger players were showing throughout the game. He said a couple of times he gave a spray to Presnell at one stage, a couple of spraying himself from Presnell's father. But he says, you're taking it now and you're learning from it. You're keeping your head up and you're going forwards with it. He said for this quarter coming up, he wants them to really just, particularly when they're defending, kill the ball, bring it to ground, get possession, and then create after that. Don't look to be too fancy about anything. Just make sure you have the ball and use good opportunities. Chris has got something else he wants to say, so here he is.
Yeah, just on the injuries front, Jack McCulloch's still worried by that shoulder, but it's not stopping him playing. He's still lining up, but he was flexing it. Any injuries in Launceston? Okay, so that's it from down here.
Yeah, except we probably should mention Paddy Dwyer, who went down early in the day with that knee injury. And,
that's probably a season.
Yeah, okay, so hopefully the scans come out okay, but it didn't look good as he went down. Thanks, boys, from the boundary. We'll hear from you during the third quarter. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to make some positional changes, Max. We'll have to wait till they line up here to see how they're going to structure up, but they're going to have to change something up at this half-time break. They're trailing at the moment by 22 points, which is not insurmountable, certainly.
Well, it's a nothing lead, really, like in the terms of a lead, less 3 and a bit goals. But in the context of the game, you're 3 and a bit goals down at half time. You've only kicked 2 for the game, so it's pretty, it's a big margin when you put it into that context. But still anybody's game after all that ramble there, Dave.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, they've only kicked 2 goals to half time, but they've had their opportunities.
Yep.
Just got to find an avenue up forward and just penetrate that strong Launceston backline that's been pretty resolute so far this afternoon. Third quarter action here at Windsor Park, City Park Radio, 103.7 and 96.5. Nathan James in the ruck. There's a change already up against Kilby, who did win the tap. Ball spills to the side, onto the wing. Bailey Gillow there with a kick off the ground. Top possession win at a half time. Tackle from behind there by Presnell. There'll be a ball up right on the paint of 50. First goal will be pretty important here. Margin 22 points in a low-scoring game. Well, Hobart wouldn't want that margin to spill out more than 5 goals. Here comes Isaac Hyatt. Handball backwards towards Presnell. Will be under pressure. Has to throw it on the left boot. Into the pocket. Bit of a wrestle there. Good spoil from behind by Wilmot. Sees the ball out of bounds.
Dylan Riley starting back in the goal square again, so they're still trying to get a couple more. If they get another couple of goals out of him, it would be an exceptional return to the day with 4.
So yes, repeating those goal scores. Riley with 2. Also Ben Hyatt with 2. Multiple goal kickers in the game. As Riley trails the ball to the boundary line, sees it out of bounds. Boundary throwing.
That's the right thing, and says, here you go, little fella, throw her in for me.
The beautiful sunshine here. It's starting to hit us on the balcony here. Just nice.
Better than the frost, Dave, that we normally get.
Correct. James takes it out of the ruck. Tries to throw it on the boot. Barrow now with the ball. Handballs forward to the contest to Leafheber. Kicks up the wing. One-handed attempt there by McCulloch. They can't escape here. Tina McCormack. Handballs to Polfreman under pressure. Pushing the back, says Max. Play on, says the umpire. Comes back to Polfreman. Does a 360. Handball sideways to Tina McCormack. Has Gillow. In turn now here to Malloy. Malloy kicks inside attacking 50. McGee there, the young fella. He flies in the front. He's got it now. He gets a kick away. Straight up in the air. Play on, says the umpire. Spills out. McLeod, smart handball. That handball wasn't smart in close quarters there. It got to Launceston's. Riley now shrugs a tackle. Handball's off. Snap for goal by Ben Hyatt. Looks pretty good. It's a goal to Launceston to Ben Hyatt. Nice handball there by Riley. Good vision. Got it to Ben Hyatt. And he has now kicked 3 in this game. And we talked about him moving over from Hillwood this year. He was in fine goal scoring form there. And he's continuing his way there in the TSL. And that was a smart goal.
It was a really smart goal, and a good contest by Dylan Riley. And I had the binoculars on young Ben Hyatt then as he kicked it. And as soon as it hit the boot, he had the arm up saying, I've just kicked a goal. He knew straight away where that one was heading. So just what Launceston did need to start the quarter off in the first 2 minutes. North Hobart, would be disappointed with letting the Blues get that flyaway start there.
We talked about the importance of the first goal in this contest. And the margin is out now to 28 points.
Starting to get away from it a little bit. Another 1 or 2 will be making it very challenging.
They've kicked the last 6 goals in this game of Launceston Footy Club. Held there was McGuinness. He'll take the free kick. In fact, it was James. Back down to McGuinness. Can they build something here? Tyler McGuinness, state player for Tassie last year. Spills inside 50 now to right. He gathers it towards the boundary line. Handball's back inside. Leaf Heber does a full 360. Hot spot ball. Presnell picks it up. Handball's to space. Might be okay. Player tackled there for North Hobart. Releases it. Back to right. Now to RJ Watson. His kick off balance. Poor. And it just spills over the boundary line. Boundary throw-in.
Need to make the most of these opportunities, the Demons, don't they? When they get it deep into their 50, it's their inside 50's been fairly even, I think, over the course of the game so far, but just haven't been able to finish it off.
McCulloch in a wrestle there with Kilby. McCulloch takes it out of the contest. Little kick forward towards Hilda. Breaking out as Gillow. Takes the game on. Nice handball sideways to Presnell. Leans back and a kick to a one-on-one. Gee, that's a good mark there to Wheeler. First game for the season. Wheeler, handballs now to the running Gillows everywhere. Handball sideways. Here they go now, the Blues. They'll get another entry here inside 50. Up here towards Foley, who takes the mark right on 50.
Riley screaming for it if he can get it in there quick enough. But
he just fell down in the marking contest, so it took a while to get up, did Sam Foley. Talk about his pressure game, tackling game. It's pretty elite in this competition.
I think he's a bit far out to score.
Sets it up. He's got Riley as a flyer from behind. Dylan Riley against 2. Spills to the back. And Zach Barrow sees it over the boundary line. You thought that might not have been touched, Max?
Well, was it touched?
I think it was. Zach Barrow. He's one of the goal kickers today for North Hobart. Seems like an eternity ago he kicked that one early in the first quarter. Kicks out of defence now. Up here towards McCulloch. Offhand of Kilby. McCulloch takes it. Kicks it. It'll be touch and go out of bounds on the full. Just lands inside. Meadows takes it over the boundary line. It's a good match up there, Pfeiffer and Meadows. So Meadows looks like he's gone forward. They've gone a bit taller inside 50. Janes. He hasn't had much of an opportunity in the first half. He's moved into the ruck. Uses his athleticism against Jake Kilby. Nobody wins that tackle. There was a holding free kick. It's going to come back to Jake Kilby.
Just needs to get a jump at it, Jones, there, instead of just trying to wrestle him. He's a lot stronger, Kilby.
Oh, Kelp. He spits that one straight out there towards right. Sideways kick to McGuinness. Bad turnover here for Launceston. McGuinness, though, bad turnover, kicks it straight to Kilby. So we set up again. Kilby, long kick to the wing. Looking there for Presnell, who takes a fine mark in a one-on-one contest with Barrow. Little chip kick on the boundary line is Polfriman.
Into the middle.
He's got Gillow leading. He's also got Isaac Hyatt leading. He takes it. As a spot-up kick. Finds Wheeler. I'll tell you what, he's been pretty good today. Up towards attacking 50. Sam Foley's the call. He rises. James from behind couldn't grab it. Jones, low centre of gravity. Round the corner. Left foot kick to Riley. Dylan Riley just found a little bit of space. 25 out. 45-degree angle, and he takes the mark for Launceston.
So I was watching him then, Dave. I didn't necessarily agree with him. He hit up there outside the 50 to go to that contest where I thought he would have been better off just to stay back. But as soon as the ball hit the ground, he took off and he put 10 metres in Boval, because Boval's gone, they're not going to get it back there quick enough. And he's paid the penalty because Riley's about to line up and kick his third,
except he hits the post.
And his first poster for the day. So he still only kicked the 2, but Riley knew what to do. He was on his bike back there, and poor old Charlie Boval just wasn't switched on then.
Nice kick out of defence there from Barra, or the marks dropped there by Monks. Could be costly. It's out of bounds. That ball, the post is still shaking, Grooves. You can see it there.
It is. It hit pretty firmly.
Right on the top, right on the tip. Inside 50s this quarter.
4 to Launceston, 2 to North Hobart.
And the hit out's pretty even.
Oh, yeah. North Hobart 4 to 2.
Okay, so James is doing okay in the ruck. This time he's up against Schoenmaker, younger brother of Ari. He's in the AFL now with St Kilda. Now we've got a free kick here for holding. It's going to go North Hobart's way. 50 dropped the ball, somebody said, but it's not going to be 50. Wilbur McMurray has the ball.
See, in the first quarter, they were managing to clear this quite easily, but Launceston have soaked up the pressure, learned from the way that North Hobart were playing in the first quarter, and just driven them right back to the full back line here when the ball started on half-forward flank.
Boval to Wilmot, now to McMurray. All inside defensive 50, chips it up. He's made it look pretty good there, young Gilligan. Young Jack Gilligan in the Devils squad. Max was talking to his parents earlier. The ball spills out of bounds. They're pretty excited for young Jack.
Yeah, they were. But, a very proud parent, proud grandparent there as well, Nan, which is beautiful to see. Travelled up to Lonnie, so that's great. Hasn't had a lot of the ball, but a couple of nerves early, but has done well since then.
Down his throw in. And from the back, James with the air swing. Falls to McGuinness. Runs into a brick wall. Manages to get out of trouble. Handball now to right. Inside out kick, right foot towards half forward. Smedley leads out against McCulloch. So Isaac Smedley. He goes longer and wide and out of Presnell. Isaac Smedley, the ex-prospect Hawk Jr. Now to Tina McCormack. Goes long here. Over here looking for Kelp it is. Kelp can't quite take the mark. Sees it out of bounds. Running back for that one like a catch in the outfield. Running back with the ball. Couldn't quite rein it in. So down at Twin Ovals, North Launceston kicked the first goal of the third quarter. They lead 48-30. Like an AFL update in a second, Max. It's been a while.
Yep, Swans have started to kick away. I think it was 17 points a moment ago. Still 17 points, 18 points now, with about 6 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, scoring slowed down. I reckon that rain has been a factor. Here comes now Isaac Height, smart handball to Connor McCormack. Now to Liam Jones, takes a bounce, gets the 50 centering kick towards Faulkner. Lenny Faulkner takes the mark. Good vision there from Liam Jones.
Great vision. 90% of blokes would have just eyes lit up with the goal straight ahead, but just turned his head on a swivel, had a look inside. Lenny was running parallel with him with no one there. On a lot better angle and just chipped it over the top.
With Liam Jones, not a lot of possessions to half time, but it's a quality of what he does.
Oh, he doesn't waste too many, does he?
Doesn't have many possessions to make a real influence on the game because he doesn't waste things.
A little bit unlucky last year, maybe not to make the state team. Everyone thought he was a big chance.
Lenny Faulkner missed an opportunity in the first quarter and misses an opportunity in the third quarter. Just makes the distance away to the left. One behind, so a couple of opportunities lost there for the Blues. And we're up to 7-6-48 to 2-5-17. Margin is 31 points. Out from fullback. It's going to fall here towards Foley. Shrugs the tackle. 55 out. Keeps it later. Riley. Oh, yes, second grab. Can't take it. Tries to rein it back in. Now he's got it. Tackled from behind. Back towards Jones. Over the top to McCormack. Ben Hyde on the boundary line. Surely not.
No.
Ben Hyde has a goal. I think he has. That's a miracle. Absolute miracle goal from Ben Hyatt. Threw it on the boundary line, on the boot, and has kicked a goal for Launceston. 4 goals now to Ben Hyatt, and that's going to be a real contender for goal of the year from that angle.
Well, certainly goal of the day, isn't it?
Oh,
absolutely.
That was a beauty.
Yeah, didn't look like missing. Same as the last shot he had when I said as soon as it come off the boot, he had the arm up celebrating. He'll say that that was meant to be every replay that he watches there, and
that's a bit of a dagger for North Hobart when those start going in.
Yeah, makes it hard, and their better players are starting to dry up a little bit too now for the Demons, aren't they?
8-6-54 to 2-5-17. That reminded me of a goal back in 1992 by Doc Wilden on the boundary at North Hobart for Fitzroy against West Coast. Get it on YouTube, everybody. Google Doc Wilden, North Hobart 1992, and have a look at it. Very similar. Here we go now. Kilby gets it to Isaac Hyatt. Now to Foley. Lucky Mac is not here with that stat. Out it comes now to Leafheber. Short kick forward. Here they go now. Chance. McMurray. Short kick forward. Meadows leads out and takes the mark. That's what they need. They've changed up their forward line, and big Charlie there got it lace out from Wilbur, and they've got a chance here to respond and get their first goal since quarter time.
Yep, he's certainly got to kick it to finish off the really good work from McMurray there, just straightening up the body and chipping it out in front, made him run onto it and was never going to get spoiled. The only challenge was if he marked it, which he did.
Charlie Meadows. Good kick for goal, Charlie. Charlie Meadows has goal. And that's the third goal for North Hobart. And that's a bit of a team lifter. Gets them back to 31 points. 3-5-23 to 8-6-54.
Just going back to that comment you made a moment ago, though. Doc Wilden against the West Coast Eagles in 1992.
Yeah. It's a bit obscure, but I was there. I was behind it. You've got to watch it, honestly. I
was going to say, you can't be that much of a tragic.
He has kicked it out of midair.
Yeah.
It's just you got to look at it. You got to look at it. It's a lost gem.
Yep.
Of the pass. Anyway, North Hobart, that's a goal they needed, wasn't it, though? Things were ebbing away. But good movement out of the middle.
Yep. They still just need to keep plugging away and persevere with what they've got there. They've just got to try and start winning a few centre clearances as well. Majority of those, I suspect, have gone the Blues' way today as well, Groobs.
Get to that in a minute. The next stoppage, Groobs will give us a stats update. As Leafheber gets it away now to Devine. Here comes Meadows again. Will he hit the contest? He does. He's marked again. Big Charlie. Could be the masterstroke here from Adam Bester. James to the ruck. Meadows to the forward line. Group some stats.
Hit-outs, North Hobart, 6, Launceston 3. Clearances, 4 apiece. Inside 50s, Launceston 6, North Hobart 4.
Okay, so you can see that James has gone to the ruck, is winning the taps. And Big Charlie's starting to take grabs up forward. He's gone a long way back, Ben Brown style. We're right behind this one. Kicking to the town end. Meadows for 2 in a minute. And Charlie Meadows has got his second in a matter of 1 minute here at Windsor Park. Teammates get around him. And he's starting to change the game here a little bit. 2 in a row, 8-6-54 to 4-5-29. Good contest this one at Windsor Park. Hope you're enjoying it here on City Park Radio. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61.
Just a 4-goal game, Dave, and I know we've spoken about it where we thought, Launceston started to get well on top, but they're just hanging in there, North Hobart. They don't look like they're going to turn things around too much, but they're just doing enough to sort of hang in there and just making themselves a nuisance at the moment, aren't they? So anything can happen in a game like this.
Two centre clearances, 2 goals, bang, bang. So they've got that avenue to goal now.
Yep. First bad bounce for the day from any of the umpires. So having a good day on the bounce, the boys, which is always good to see.
Andrew Cooling said that North Launceston should have been further in front at half-time. I think they've scored 26 points to 0 in this quarter. They're 66-30 up now. So
just keep finding players, don't they? Just keep finding them.
Things happening rapidly here at Windsor Park. Can Launceston get a steadier here? As I think it's young Schoenmaker there is tackled. He's a late inclusion along with Noah Hedger for Launceston. Late withdrawal was Josiah Burling and also Rocky Barron. From the hit out, McLeod, I think it is taken, or is it young Wilbur McMurray? The number 49. No, it's McLeod. Got it right the first time. They look alike, those two boys. But Harrison's got the long sleeves. Out now to Connor McCormack. Back to Palfreyman under pressure. That'll go close to the boundary line. Oh, that's a good mark. Rudy Schoenmaker. That is a really good mark by the young fella. He's right on the boundary line. Pretty much where Ben Hyatt kicked that goal earlier. Signalling, he's going to kick long. Kicks it to the top of the goal square. Riley front position. And Stevenson used the body well. Cleared a path there for Jack McCulloch. He's doing a lot of sweeping in defence there. Kicks wide. Chance here for North Hobart to break free. Look away handball. Puts a teammate under pressure. McMurray spills. Launceston. Chance. Gillo spins. Just gets rid of it in time. Barrow can't mark it. And Riley will be happy to see that over the boundary line.
Still trying
Just
to
a
put
turnover going outside their defensive 50.
Yeah, I think he's still trying to put his boot on, Dylan Riley. Lost the boot in the last contest, and they were so rude they kicked it back to him again, and he wasn't ready. Mate, I've got half a boot on and half a boot off. Just keep it away from me, he said.
So Schoenmaker and McCulloch from the boundary throw in, 10 metres from the left hand behind post. Launceston kicking to the northern end of the ground. Out it comes. McGuinness is tackled from behind. Ball, says the crowd. Umpire agrees. And now we've got a little bit of a dust up in the afters. Little wrestle there. Palfreyman in his 150th with Stevenson. Now, seeing who laid the tackle there. Who's got the footy, Max? You got an idea there?
Oh,
it's Dylan Riley. Just need to be careful here, the Blues. They've got a shot on goal. Just need to be careful.
Jacob Wheeler just gave young Cohen Stevenson a lovely little tap in the belly, and Cohen Stevenson chased after him.
Riley for goal. Across the face. He's missed a couple of opportunities there, Dylan Riley. Hit the post earlier in the quarter. Scoreboard reads 8-7-55 Launceston. North Hobart 4-5-29 as a 26-point margin. Out for fullback Zach Barrow. Runs himself into trouble. He ran a long way. Now he kicks it outside defensive 50. And nice mark there to Smedley. Isaac Smedley. He's going to just pump it straight back in. The target is Riley. Gee, he nearly took a mark there. He was up against about 4 North Hobart defenders. Ball hits the deck. Jones lays the tackle.
Is it really the best option? Like, have a look there.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's a bit of inexperience as well, but there's, 8, 10, 12, 14 blokes in that contest.
Yeah, probably not a percentage. I mean, we know he can make something out of nothing, but he actually nearly took the mark.
Yeah, got
but
hands to it
as you
first.
say, there must be other players free.
Yeah.
Taken now by McCulloch. High kick. Will be out of bounds on the full, will it? Just stays inside. Poke's got it. He's tackled by a couple of Blues. Out of bounds. Right in front of our sponsor there, Brewed Coffee Hut. Time for a break and hot drink. Get a cappuccino from our sponsor, Brewed Coffee Hut. They're at the game today. If you're watching the stream, you can see where they are. If you're at the ground, they're right next to the Launceston Football Club change rooms.
Make a good brew, Dave?
Absolutely. I had one earlier.
Of course you did.
And a kiss biscuit. As we go now with Kilby with a hit out towards McLeod. He's tackled by Wheeler. He ran into that tackle, didn't have the vision, and he's caught holding the ball.
Bit stiff.
Joseph Wheeler, good game today, back from injury. Got a taste of senior footy last year. He's bulked up a little bit. Going back as if he's having a shot, but he's about 70 out. Kicks towards the goal square. Riley's in the contest, and so is Schoenmaker. Rudy Schoenmaker, second big grab for the quarter from the youngster. And I'm impressed with his strong hands there in the contest.
Yep, it was a good grab. Well protected then by Dylan Riley in the contest as well. He was second man up behind him, and oh my God.
He's going around the corner kick. We don't like it.
Mate, just kick a drop punt.
He'll probably kick it though, will he? With the right foot, he does. Rudy Schoenmaker, the young man, two big grabs inside 50 this quarter, and he gets himself a goal, and that's the steadier they needed, the Blues. They're up now to 9-7-61. North Hobart 4-5-29. I should have pointed out that our score graphic today has North Launceston, but I'm hoping you work out by now that it is North Hobart. And they now lead by 32 points. And after a little run there from the Demons, Max, that is the steady they needed from Rudy Schoenmaker.
Yeah, they got those couple of goals through Charlie Meadows in quick succession and sort of gave themselves a little bit of a sniff. But like I say, that is a bit of a game settler, that one from Schoenmaker. Good. Eventually a good finish. Probably would have preferred to see at this level and at that experience just to go back and kick a normal kick.
Having said that, you know, we're in our 50s, Max, and I'm sure Rudy practices that at training ad nauseum.
Well, they should practice a drop punt.
Okay,
You don't kick them apart from one kick a day, Dave.
Right. Fair enough. As Kilby now with the tap out now towards Bailey Gillow, connects with Isaac Hyatt, spearing past half forward to Wheeler, gets it on the second attempt, tackled from behind without the ball, I'd say was Presnell. Now the umpire off the play, agrees with me, he's right back on the wing. Free kick Presnell, kicks long in towards attacking 50, Riley's there, off hands, Jones couldn't take it with him, Stevenson's in there, Jones tackled from behind, ball up.
I've never seen a bloke on the wing play on around the body and kick it across like that, Dave. They'll kick a drop punt every time, so why change it in the goals?
All right, fair enough. Janes now. Jones snaps, not 15. Can they take advantage of this forward thrust, the Blues? Demons defence working overtime. A lot of players around the contest. Inevitably, it will be a stoppage. 32-point lead here. Been playing 23 minutes. Good game of footy. Been some real individual highlights. You'll see on 7 Tasmanian News tonight, no doubt. Jason will cut up a few highlights. Plenty of them. That goal from the boundary from Ben Hyatt will be one of them, no doubt. Got another boundary throw in, 20 metres around from the left behind post. Sunshine streaming onto the balcony here. Beautiful afternoon. Not a breath of wind. Ball falls short. Janes with the tap. Riley tries to spin out. He should be tackled holding the ball here. As he grabs it back in, he is. Good umpiring. Umpires today, Adam Hayes, Tom McAtee and Ollie Pye officiating. So really blown out here at Twin Ovals, Max. 73 North Launceston, Kingborough 32.
Wow.
It was 40 to 30 at half time.
Yep.
Little kick from Barrow to the back pocket. Charlie Boville, athletic player, kicks it long after a bounce. Big knockout there from Pfeiffer. Gets the applause as every teammates on the boundary.
You'd like that, the big boy, the big Seth, coming up over the back. And
Chris Sayer, you got something for us down there on Jack McCulloch?
Yes, during that Launceston goal, McCulloch came off clutching his right shoulder in the hands of 2 trainers. Same shoulder he injured in the opening minutes of the game.
I was going to say, do you think it stems back from that clash early on?
Yes, I think it definitely does, and he didn't look well.
Okay, so, Jack McCulloch's had such bad luck with injuries over the distance. Hyatt now with a handball forward. Gets it to a player who's tackled immediately. Happy to make it a contest and a ball up. Young Wheeler there taking possession. As I mentioned, there was no wind, just a little breeze gets up here, cooling us down on the balcony. Not that we need much cooling. Another ball up. So the Blues have really, they've been challenged, but they've met that challenge. Max, you wouldn't say they're home and hosed yet. But another goal would, I think, would just put it beyond reach. And they might get it now through Foley, who swings inside 50. Hyatt, kick 4. Front position, can't take the mark.
Yeah, no, it's certainly not game over, but as every minute ticks by and they're not eating into that lead, that's going to make it more challenging for them, especially kick 4 for the game already. They need to kick that and a bit more just to get in it.
Boundary throw in. James up against Riley. Now, how does the umpire read that one? It was a shepherding free kick against Riley. Going to Nathan James. Been pretty good in the ruck this quarter. Groobs' hit-out stats reflect that, Groobs?
Yeah, 12 to 7.
Yep, so certainly used that athletic jump that he's got. Out here towards Meadows with the kick. Handball backwards, ends up now here with Wright. Sideways to Downham. He lays back on a kick. Up here looking for McLeod, who might have moved forward a little bit now. Been quiet this quarter, McLeod, compared to the first half where he got a mountain of possessions. Players dive in. Attacking side of the wing for the D's. Inside 50s this quarter, Dave Gruber.
12 to Launceston, just the 4 for North Hobart.
Gee, that's a big disparity, Max. We've seen that stat being pretty even through the day.
Yeah, it's 12. That's a lot for what returns? 3 goals.
Yeah.
North Hobart were in front at half time.
Yeah.
Yes, in that stat. There you go. As Foley might have got a high tackle right in front of the umpire. He's right on the spot. He'll take a free kick.
He made him see it as well, though, didn't he?
Yep.
Axel, just
26 and a half gone, so not lots of time left in this quarter. The Blues would love a late goal here. And the Demons would like one just to get back in touch. And they might get an opportunity as Barrow takes the mark at half back.
So this is where Launceston's got really good. The first quarter when North Hobart to get it across that half-back line. They were managing to switch it, get a bit of run and carry. But they've forced them just to kick it along the line now, not really make too much room or space at all.
As Leafheber gets it to Gilligan, thinks about handing it off. Got to move it quickly. Time is ticking down. He does now, the youngster. Gilligan inside 50, looking for Meadows. Shields his face from the sun. As the ball spills clear. Little handball for Hope there by Launceston. Won't work out. Oh, great tackle there on Poke. Holding the ball surely. And the free kick going there to Ben Hyde. I had to look twice there because he was back in defensive 50. So he got back there to make that tackle. So we've got a whistle on play as Foley's invited now to play on. Goes long up the line. Defensive ploy late in the quarter off the hands of Kilby out of bounds. Max, we might get that Swans Giant score if you got one there.
Yep.
As the score at Twin Ovals is 79 North Launceston, Kingborough 38. Clarence well in front of Glenorchy. What do you got for us?
Sydney 10-12, 72. The Giants 8-5, 53. So they're leading by 19 points, and that's about 18 minutes gone in the last.
Big disparity in scoring shots there. Swans might rue their inaccuracy. Here it comes now through Jones.
Well, Swans are in front, Dave.
That's right.
Yep.
I was going to say they might rue their inaccuracy if they get done.
Okay, yeah. No, I can't see them getting done with probably 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Mind
you, it's only 3 goals.
Big margin now at Belrive, 97 points. Close to the end of that game, 21-7. Great kicking Clarence. And Glenorchy 5-6-36. Here it comes out now to Pofferman late in the quarter. Oh, gee, the player there took his time in Kelp. Just got rid of it in time. Here's young Hunter. Taps the ball on. 2 against 1 contest. Demons have the numbers. Oh, here comes McGee, though. Gets a little handball away. Chance here. Faulkner darts around. Snap Lenny Faulkner. Is it going to fall in? It is. Goal Lenny Faulkner. And good work there inside 50 for the Blues. They've been dangerous all day with those opportunist goals. And a little involvement there from young Hunter McGee, the number 40. We haven't seen him much today. Just a little tap on, a little handball. And that's enough to raise the confidence of the young man in his debut.
My word, I thought he was probably a little bit unlucky not to get it back there at one stage in that play. He was in the right spot, but Faulkner did the right thing by having the kick, I think.
Young Lenny is a player that's improved this year as well.
Yeah.
He got his opportunity last year. He was only, I think, in year 10 last year, so he was pretty slight coming in to play with the big boys in the TSL.
Yep.
But just as he grows, starting to get some confidence. 10-7-67 to 4-5-29. So 4 goals to 2 in this quarter. The Blues have extended their lead. Kilby in the ruck now with James. Kilby wins it to Foley. Oh, gee, is that a dumping tackle? No. Foley gets up slowly. No harm done.
No harm done to the tackler, Dave.
No. Oh, Kilby smacks it 20 metres to attacking 50. Leading it though as Monks releases a handball here towards Hasty. He might have been tackled without it. Through comes Faulkner. Kicks it off the ground. Handball for Hope there by Hedger. Out it comes. He's outnumbered a bit here, Wilmot. He takes possession, tackled from behind. As the siren sounds for 3-quarter time. And another good quarter for Launceston. They lead 10-7-67 to the Demons, 4-5-29. So in that quarter, it was the Blues 4 goals for, the Demons 2 goals straight. They really dominated the inside 50s, did the Blues. And they've kicked some fine goals in their 10 so far. And the goal kickers, Max Walker.
Yep, Benny Hyatt's got 4. He's not just kicking those goals either, Dave. Like you called 2 or 3 minutes before the end of the quarter, we found him down there in the back line and clearing the ball out with a nice kick out wide on the 45 and for us to keep control of it, the Blues. So he's got 4. Dylan Riley's got 2. Jones 1. Faulkner 1, which we just saw that last goal there. Palfreman 1 and Schoenmaker 1. And for North Hobart, Charlie Meadows got on the end of a couple of good
in 1 minute.
In 1 minute, yep. Got the end of a couple there. He's their leading goal kicker with 2. Barrow 1 and Jack McCulloch 1.
Dave Gruber to the team stats to 3-quarter time.
Hitouts, Launceston 30, North Hobart 33. Clearances, Launceston 27, North Hobart 21.
Just before you go any further, groups, so North Hobart won the hit-outs pretty well that quarter, but Launceston won the clearances.
Yeah.
So they've taken the clearances against the ruck taps. Yep.
Yeah, and it was 10 to 5 that quarter for clearances Launceston's way. Inside 50s, big disparity that quarter. 14 for Launceston, just the 5 for North Hobart. So Launceston have 30 to 3-quarter time to North Hobart's 25. Marks inside 50, 10 for Launceston, 5 for North Hobart. Intercept marks, 11 for Launceston, 13 by North Hobart. And free kicks, North Hobart 20, Launceston 15.
Okay, so pretty good quarter there to the Blues, Max. At half time, they probably thought that the Demons would come at them and try and eat into that lead, but they've consolidated and extended out. And gee, it's going to take a big effort from the Demons to beat them from here.
It's going to take a real big effort, Dave, and the guys on the boundary will be all over this one as well. But looks like Jack McCullough might be calling it a day. He's just wandering across the ground, looking very despondent, not moving that left arm real well. So that might be another injury for the North Hobart Demons. But a long way to go. It'll be very difficult to see the Blues not hanging on from here. What are they? 5-6 goals up, so that's a huge margin in the context of the game. Again, it's just those small little unassuming guys for Launceston that just pop up every now and then. You called Wheeler on a couple of occasions. He was really good that quarter. Faulkner with that goal. They just keep turning up. Benny Hyatt,
outstanding.
First time I've seen him play, and I'd be happy to come and watch him play every day of the week. He was like a bit. He's a little. You know that I do like Brandon Leary for North Launceston very, very much. He's a special favourite of mine, but on today's performance, Benny Hyatt's probably not far behind him. Yeah, and we might go through the individual stats in a moment after the break, but both Isaac and Ben Hyatt 19 possessions to 3-quarter time. And the issue for North Hobart was the players that were keeping in the game that were called a lot in that first half. They were down in that quarter. And it was really, except for that little patch where Charlie Meadows got free and they got it out of the centre and he pumped 2 goals, the rest of the quarter, a lot of those good players from North Hobart went missing a little bit. Yeah, they did, and I think the stats during that stanza of play as well, Groobs gave them to us, the centre clearances and the hit-outs. North Hobart started to get on top in that time as well, but then I think the momentum changed a little bit in that last 5-10 minutes of the quarter where Kilby got on top and started thumping at 20 metres and giving the guys a chance, and Foley got his hands on it again. But you're right, those players early on, whilst they haven't gone right out of the game, but guys like Devine and Finlay Polk and Harrison McLeod, he's probably nearly been their best 3-quarter performer at the moment. He's been very consistent. Brother of George, I think, who's over in South Australia studying and playing at the same time. But it's a lot of inexperience there, but the only way you do get experience is to keep playing them, don't you? Absolutely. 3-quarter time here at Windsor Park. It's Launceston 10-7-67 to North Hobart for 5:29. We'll take a break here on City Park Radio. We're back in just a moment.
Play your cards right with new LPG deals from Elgas. Whether you're moving in or you're settled in, make the switch online today. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Don't lose out. Visit the website, choose your new deal and sign up today. Go online, www.elgas.com.au. Elgas, local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Do you or a loved one need support to live independently at home? Don't miss Community Care Tasmania's Sharing the Care, Empowering Your Independence Expo, 10 till 3, Tuesday, May 7 at the Punchbowl Christian Centre in Launceston. Find out about products and services to help you or your loved one live at home safely and get help in navigating your aged care and NDIS options. For more on Community Care Tasmania's Sharing the Care, Empowering Your Independence Expo, visit cct.org.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Are you struggling with tech hassles at home? Whether it's setting up new devices, fixing existing ones, or needing one-on-one learning and support, I'm here to help you. Hi there, I'm Alex from Rent a Grandson. I make house calls resolving issues with TVs, computers, smartphones, printers, modems, and more. Unlock special pension and concession discounts, plus a loyalty program for extra savings. For reliable tech support that comes to you, call 0488 66 8324 or visit rentagrandson.com.au. Your convenient, reliable solution for all things tech. Rent a Grandson, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
You're listening to Tasmanian State League Football on City Park Radio.
Straight down to the boys on the boundary. What do you got for us, boys?
Yes, with North Hobart, Jack McCulloch is off for the game with a shoulder. Josh Cleaver's also off with his right knee. Is he nice? So they're down to 2 on the bench. Bester reckons they can still do it. They've got to just play it out. Score quickly. He was happy that Riley had no goals in that quarter. Lots of work to do, and he just wants them to step up. Here's Tony.
Yeah, Mitchell is very quiet as I've seen him for a fair while, that sort of thing. He really liked the way the teams have settled down a bit, and he's just saying that for this last quarter, don't go helter-skelter for it. If you mark the ball, consider your options instead of just trying to move it on really quickly. If it's there to be done, if someone's on the clear, do it. But basically he's saying we've got control of this game. He just really wants them to play it all out and just control the ball a lot. I reckon if they kick a couple, they'll probably run away from it.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, that North Hobart injury list just keeps on growing. We've already talked about Norton, Kilpatrick, Sandwick, McCrimmon. Now we're adding McCulloch and Cleaver to that list. So they're down a couple of rotations. We'll get to those individual stats that I know you've got there, Max, in just a moment. But we're underway now in the last quarter. Taking his Isaac Height, 19 possessions to three-quarter time. Over now to Foley. Torpedoes it inside 50. Leading out there was Faulkner. Couldn't quite drag it in. A couple of stats.
Couple of stats. Bailey Gillow leading the way with 25 of those. He's got 15 contested possessions and 14 hard ball gets, which is unbelievable. Kilby's got 30 hit-outs. Isaac and Benny Height, 19 apiece. Who else we got there? 7 tackles to Foley and Liam Jones, which is pretty good.
From the boundary throw in, Meadows connects there with his on-baller. Free kick to advantage now. Barrow takes it away. Handball sideways. Little kick there by Gilligan. Finds McLeod. Now back to Devine. Into McMurray. Gets it off now to Devine. They're handballing in a phone box here. Eventually the kick comes out. Not great, but it lacks a fortune as off the side of the boot kick ends up with Finlay poke. He pokes it up the line. Finds right. Right on his right foot. Takes a bounce or two. Centering ball. James back at full forward in a one-on-one wrestle. Thumps it away. Tries to get the advantage there of Downham. Doing well was Atkins, although he's coughed it up straight to Devine. Plays on Archie Devine. Lovely goal. No, hits the post. Young man with a banana. Didn't do too bad a job, but just hit the post on the right-hand side.
Probably deserved a goal for the game that he's played, Dave, but...
Good stats there from Conor McCormack. He's one that hasn't been flashy.
18, 16, yep. Kaufman, 17.
In his 150th TSL game. What a servant he's been for the clubs he's been at, Western Storm and now Launceston. And there he is right on cue, getting another stat as he cruises out of the defensive goal square. Meadows from the contest. Tackle laid there by Foley, Vice-like. Yeah, he's been a fantastic player, hasn't he?
Well, he's best and fairest, multiple premiership player, now the captain, another product of the Prospect Hawks, which I think, I had a quick count a moment ago, there's probably 7 or 8 guys in this team alone today that have come through the Prospect Hawks juniors and ventured down to Launceston for their under-18/senior footy, which is good.
Gets another stat as he kicks it to Bailey Gillow. Long kick from Gillow. Attacking side of the wing now, the ball. Front position, Monks takes a strong contested mark. David Monks, recruited from the Hobart Football Club. Settles things down. Has an outlet handball now to Barrow on the left foot. Kicks down the wing. Leaf Hebber's there off his hand. Tackle laid. Contested footy. And the thing is too, he's remained, Brody Porfman's remained loyal to Launceston when others have gone to explore options elsewhere.
Well,
he stayed.
The people I talked to, apparently Longford went hard at him this year, but he, like you say, remained loyal. Built a house at Longford, so he's a local out there. So
Ben Height marking it in the wing, 4 goals today, 19 possessions. He's played up the ground a fair bit, been involved in lots of plays for Launceston. Now Gillow kicks it sideways. Is that Presnell over there?
Yep.
It is. Short set back to Gillow.
Yeah,
to about 25 possessions at three-quarter time. He's probably up to nearly 30 now. Hands to Tina McCormack with that booming right foot. Gets it inside 50. It's off hands. Little kick forward there by Monks. Ends up with Barrow. Side defensive 50. Switch to defensive goal square to Gilligan on debut. Nicely weighted kick over the top. Stevenson in the back line. Runs his full measure. Spots up Poke, who marks defensive side of the wing. Handballs it to Devine. He gets around Kelp. Kicks the half forward, leading out there with purpose as Pfeiffer. Gets his toe to it. Picks it up, gets away from James. Kicks right on the boundary. Beautiful kick there to Faulkner. Gee, that's wonderful play there by Seth Pfeiffer.
He's improved his kicking so much. Like I know, in the juniors he was athletic, but couldn't kick over a jam tin. First few weeks here at Launceston and the few games, you wouldn't let him kick it. But now he's got a lot of confidence and confidence in himself too there to take it on.
Little kick from Faulkner was out of bounds on the full as he tried to find Riley. So Cullen Stevenson, the boy originally from Devonport. Nice long kick up the wing. Front position James. Front from behind by Pfeiffer. Escaping the tacklers Hyatt. Back now to Tina McCormack. Has a kick in a hurry. Has great vision to get it. Palfreyman. Ooh, took a strong mark there. Got one in the hip.
On the hip. They hurt.
They do. Hurt. It's a tough nut. Here's Brody. He gets up okay. Wants to go the short kick though, just to recover a little bit. Finds Hyatt of the Isaac variety. 19 possessions to three-quarter time. Chips it off the top. There to Bailey Kelp.
Seaweed.
Absolutely.
Is that his nickname?
He comes from Warrnambool right on the coast. Kicks up towards half forward. Nice punch away there by Boville. Falls to Stevenson. Now to McLeod. Sizes up a situation. Poor kick looking for Downham. Over the back it's Foley. Now to Palfreyman. Sideways kick. Finds Presnell. Max wants him to go long, but he shorts it up. And that's Faulkner now. Kicks it inside 50 and finds a target in Jones. Gee, that had to be perfect now. They're saying the North Hobart defenders, they got a touch on it. Harrison McLeod. But the umpires having none of it. And Liam Jones, who kicked a goal in the second quarter, beauty it was too. There's a chance of his second. And if we haven't sealed it already, I think this will seal the deal here at Windsor Park. 37 points of margin, 6 minutes into the last quarter. Liam Jones kicking to the town end. Looks pretty good. It's a goal. Liam Jones gets the high five from his teammates. And that's a real dagging out of North Hobart early in this last quarter. 10-7, beg your pardon, 11-7, 73 to 4-6-30. Yeah, once again, they just turned the ball over, didn't they, North Hobart, coming out of defence. Yeah. Just a good switch of play there for Palfreyman to Presnell, and his kick had to be really perfect to Jones, and it was.
Yeah, I think it was that Devine kick that just carried too much, isn't it, and into the middle, and Foley mopped it up. I think it was hands.
I think it was Harrison McLeod, might have been.
McLeod, was it? Sorry.
Yep.
Apologies to Archie, and then Foley mopped it up through to Palfreyman, out to Presnell, and down the throat of Jones.
It's hard to believe that we're seeing the same Launceston team that got beaten by 160 points round one. Well, it sort of is in a way because...
well, you look at North Launceston
now.
At. Yeah.
As Jones has got it now from the centre bounce, out here towards Foley. There'll be a secondary ball up. And down at Twin Ovals, it's North Launceston 85, Kingborough 52. 8 minutes into the last quarter. AFL update coming up at the next stoppage as they win it out. Long handball over the top. Ends up now with Foley. He releases it. Bailey Gillow inside 50. Faulkner at the back. Sorry, that was Ben Hyde at the back. Woody is the call as he takes it over the boundary line. Riley Wood. Max, I think it's just about all over.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go in Sydney at the local derby. Sydney Swans by 31 points at the moment.
North Launceston 13-7, Kingborough 8-10. So just under 5 goals. Probably still time, but North Launceston in control there at the moment. Big win today to Clarence over Glenorchy at Bell Reef. Taken out of the ruck by James. Swings it here towards Poke, who got a little push in the back from Kelp. Didn't matter. Finlay took the mark anyway. Finlay Poke hasn't been their worst today. It's now to McGuinness. Tyler McGuinness cruises off. Spots up RJ Watson. RJ gets it now to Finlay. Finlay Poke inside 50. Meadows is there. 5 for front position. Nice little roving effort there by Hilda. Gets free but kicks it offline for one behind. 4-7-31. 11-7-73. Our next game for broadcast. Max, we love it. It's the Friday night game at Utah Stadium. It'll be an interesting one. North and Launceston. Obviously North will be heavy favourites, but be interesting to see if that 160-point gap, what it comes down to in that game.
Yeah, it will, Dave. Be worth, what's Friday night game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yep.
Friday week.
Get around us. It comes out now from defensive 50. Picked up nicely by McLeod. Sideways kick looking for right. He'll run onto it. Sideways handball. McGuinness towards goal. Tyler McGuinness misses to the left. Missing a couple of opportunities now. 4-8-32. 11-7-73. And that same night, actually, Max, it's a big game at Launceston Arena as Clarence play Lauderdale in the derby.
Yep.
And Jack Rewalt is lining up for Clarence.
17th of May.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can get a correspondent there to...
I'll go down, Dave.
Okay, no worries.
I'll go down.
We're not going to pay you, but anyway.
Oh.
Dylan Riley.
I'm going to give up the pay from here to go to there for nothing.
That's right.
What a good deal.
Dylan Riley kicks it outside defensive 50. Off hands. Hear the thump of the footy on the pavement in front of us.
Just to clarify that for our listeners, all of us up here today are getting what Paddy shot at.
That's right. And rightly so. Community radio.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Kingborough have kicked another goal, so it's now down to 21 points at the 10-minute mark, so we'll keep an eye on that. We're at the 10-minute mark here as well.
Yep. That night game, the interesting bit will be there, like that'll narrow it down a little bit. We're not going to have sunshine, dry ground, going to be a bit of dew and all that type of thing. So,
yeah, contested game of footy, no doubt. Leaf Hebber swings inside 50. Nice mark, Bailey Kelp. He's been pretty impressive today. He's a solid citizen in that Launceston backline that's limited North Hobart to just 4 goals. And 2 of those came in a minute in the third quarter to Charlie Meadows. Gee, a push out of the contest there by Schoonmaker wasn't seen. Anyway, Isaac Hyatt now swings to the wing. Ben Hyatt in a one-on-one there with Riley Wood. Ben Hyatt, through to pace there, gets off the mark, gets it to Bailey Gillow. Good tackle, Riley Wood. And he limited the opportunity there for Bailey Gillow. Could almost been penalised there. As Hyatt now lays the tackle. And it's going to be throw in. Riley Wood there, you know, when you're down in a game, you're sort of in the latter half of the last quarter, that's the sort of tackle you want to see from a player, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Gillow was away there.
Yep.
But Riley Wood just stuck at his task. Laid a lovely tackle. Jake Kilby. In fact, it's Rudy Schoenmaker. Gee, he had an impressive third quarter with those 2 big grabs inside 50. And it comes now to Jones. Jones to Wheeler. Back to Jones. Over the top. That's Isaac Hyatt. Left foot banana is perfect. Isaac Hyatt. Great goal. And the 2 Hyatt boys today have been on fire. Leading possession winners behind Bailey Gillow for the Blues. And now Isaac, who's a known goal kicker, he kicks a beautiful goal from the pocket. They can do no wrong inside 50.
And if we needed a sealer, that was it. It was probably sealed before that goal, David, but we'll put it down as the one that finished the game off.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Yeah, so Isaac Hyatt, he's had to step up this year, Max, with them losing a lot of those on-ball players.
Yep.
He was an on-baller come opportunist forward last year. He's had to play a bit more on forward.
He was a good fill-in player for him last year. That's what you describe him as. And this year he's got to take ownership and become more accountable. Yeah.
Kilby smacks it straight to James, his opposing ruckman, who kicks inside 50. Impressive across half-back all day is Tina McCormack, who takes a mark there. Out here towards Hunter McGee. He waited for it, almost got it. He stayed behind the contest. Here come the D's though through Stevenson. His handball to Hasty. Over the top to Wright. Back to Stevenson. Sun's in our eyes here on the balcony. Makes it hard to see at the moment. Is it taken away here by the Demons? They might get a chance. Player might have been tackled without the ball. The whistle finally on play. High tackle. I think this is going the Demons' way. They're all streaming forward. Try and pick up the player there. The binoculars. I think it's Charlie Hasty. Indeed it is. Charlie Hasty inside 50. Target there is Meadows. He's got 2 against him. Over the back. Chance. Handball comes out here towards Hilda. Doesn't go for goal. He squares it up nicely to Zach Barrow, who's marked 30 out directly in front with a chance for his second for the day.
Really good spot up then. Could have. I thought initially when he got the ball, his eyes were for the goals. We just noticed out of the corner of the eyes there that Barrow out by himself. So
good work, Josh Hilda. Sets up an opportunity here for Zach Barrow. Kicking to the northern end on the left foot. Oh, has he missed it? He has. Gee, he missed 3 opportunities this quarter. 4-9-33, 12-7-79. Now down at Twin Ovals, North Launceston I think have kicked a goal there that might just bring it out now to 30 points. So they should be safe from there. We're nearly at the end there, only 2.5 minutes to go at SCG, Max.
Yes, 24 points to Swans, so unlikely the Giants will get up from there unless there's something amazing happening.
Finlay Pope
what
kicks
a grab.
Inside 50. And there's that Dylan Riley who's gone down back.
The old slips catch.
That was a great mark. That's a tough mark to take. He does it easy. One of the best for Launceston today. Kicks it outside defensive 50. He's had a few mates. Taken now by Gilligan. Kick ends up here towards Leaf Hebber. Clears him, clears Palfreyman. Back to Leaf Hebber. Kicks here, looking for RJ Watson. Oh, he lets it go. And Isaac Hyatt just says, I'll take it then, son. Takes the mark. 15 minutes gone last quarter. It's with Connell McCormack on defensive 50. Shorts it to Kelp.
I do like the North Hobart jumper. You don't see many demon jumpers like this in Tassie, do you?
Love it.
So,
Kelp now to Hyatt. And that's out of bounds. No, the umpire's right there, Max. He groaned a bit. But
Noah Jackson, best in the business.
Gets it now.
Great ball.
Gillow back to Kelp. A bit of it in this last quarter. He can go back to Gillow if he wants to, and he does. So they're just playing possession footy here, getting the fantasy points up. What the Bailey Gillow needs to do, that is well over 30 possessions now today. Play on, says the umpire. North Hobart player James is there. Can't quite get to the contest. Now Ben Hyatt breaks a tackle. Oh, he handballs the McGee, who's back was to him. So it'll be a turnover now here to Riley Wood. He's tackled though. It's pumped forward though by Monks towards half forward. Meadows has got 3 against him. Gets a bad bounce as well. As Pfeiffer sets it out again to that man, Bailey Gillow. So Foley won't influence Max's votes, but Bailey Gillow has got a lot of possessions. 31 points now at the Twin Ovals. North Launceston in front, 16 gone. 16 gone here. Margin 46. Dylan Riley kicks towards the boundary line. Hyatt there, made a contest of it. Ben Hyatt gets forward, here towards McGee. He runs on it, the young fella. He's got support over the top from Hedger. Noah Hedger, first goal in TSL footy. Sets it out to the right, misses. 12-8-80, 4-9-33. 47 points of difference. Finlay Poke plays on, gets it nicely to Gilligan. Poke gets it back, runs 50 metres for his team. Shorts it out to the wing position. Little kick over the top. Foley will get there for the spoil. We'll see it out of bounds. He's done the hard things today. I'm just thinking that the spoil there from Foley late in the game. He made a lot of ground to get there.
He's got better as the game's gone on. Like that first quarter, I think he had 5 or 6 touches. But like he's been getting more than that every quarter and laying the tackles and the blocks and
such a versatile player too, isn't he?
Yep,
like,
the
he can play key back.
Yep.
He can play on ball, forward if you want.
Just a good height, good build, good stamina, good bloke.
Another ball up, son of Jeff.
Son of Jeff. I think he's partner at the moment, not Jeff because Jeff's married. But I think the partner of young Foley is. The great Dave Marshall from Georgetown's daughter, who's an exceptional netballer.
Max is up with the private lives of those in TSL footy as RJ Watson gets it off now to right. Handball over the top to Vine, who was really good in the first half. Oh, a beautiful smother there. Have to pick up the player that just laid over that football, but it might come out again. And we've got a push in the back, I think, there, North Hobart's way.
It's a football connection, Dave. He's,
right.
He's the Georgetown coach.
No, I'm there with you.
And one of the best blokes you'll ever meet.
Now, we've got 50 metres coming up here, have we?
No, go back around
come
behind
back over the mark.
Yeah.
Zach Barrow's the man with the ball. In a moment, once it gets delivered back to him. In fact, it's Wilbur McMurray, I beg your pardon. He goes sideways to Janes, 60 out. Janes launches to the goal square. Charlie Meadows has a few opponents there. The fist is over the back from the Lonnie defenders. And that's 10 behinds now from North Hobart. 4-10. They've kicked 5 behinds in this quarter. Plays 12-8. Margin 46 points. 32 points the margin. North Launceston in front of the Twins. As Riley kicks long outside defensive 50. Contested mark situation. Falls to McGuinness. Handball now comes to McLeod. He might kick a well-deserved goal here. He gets to 50, keeps it low, but can't get good purchase on it. Riley, little fumble. Out now to Gillow. Oh, he's puts a teammate there under pressure. Could be a turnover. Comes back to Pfeiffer. Doesn't muck around. He just kicks it 60 metres out of defence. Lands with McGuinness. McGuinness breaks free. He's 48 out. Tyler McGuinness. Is it going to make the distance? Gee, good work there from Pfeiffer. I think it was just offline anyway. And that's their 6th behind for the quarter. 4-11-35, 12-8-80 all over at the SCG. Is it Max Walker?
My word it is, David. It's full time. Swans by 29 points.
Okay. Got that one right on the tipping.
Yep.
As Riley now kicks towards the wing, off the chest there of Hyatt. Isaac Hyatt slips over. Okay. I was worried about those slips. But he gets up and it's out of bounds.
Haywood kick 4 for the Swans, which is a good return for the day.
What's your final score at Bell Reeve here at the moment? Yeah, it's big win Clarence, 22-10-142. Big response after their disappointing loss to North Launceston. 22-10-142. Glenorchy 5-7-37. As Jones handballs over the top to Kelp. Links up with Hedger. Now gets it to Presnell. He hasn't got much ahead of him. Kick smothered by Barrow. Kicks off the ground.
Good luck.
Up towards half forward. Here's now Hedger. Oh, geez, tries to get round. He shrugs a tackle, does well. Back to Presnell. Low kick towards Hunter McGee. And the young man.
Go, mate. There's no one on the mark.
I think he's out from Cressy way, I think, Max. Young Hunter.
Geez, some great things come out of Cressy, you know.
Absolutely. It's going to be a game there soon, too. You realise that? Bracknell are going to play a home game at Cressy.
I'm talking about me, mate.
Oh, you, sorry. Sorry, you're a Cressy boy. No, absolutely, Max. Absolutely.
Cressy mini
But did you hear there was going to be a game at Cressy?
I did.
Yeah.
Bracknell are playing Bridgenorth,
Yes.
I think it is. Yeah.
Former home of the Cressy Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
Hunter McGee. Big moment for the young man. He's going to kick from about 35. Kicks towards goal. Has he got his first goal in TSL football? You bet he has. And doesn't he love it? And don't his teammates love it? Hunter McGee, deep in the last quarter here, 22 minutes gone, has kicked the 3rd goal of the quarter for Launceston. 13-8-86 to 4-11-35. Margin out to 51. And what a moment for the young man, Max.
Yeah, always exciting, isn't it, to get that first kick and first goal and all that type of stuff in footy.
A couple of young players involved there. Noah Hedger with the headgear. Hasn't had a lot of it today, but
recovered,
second effort. Yep.
Recovered well. He probably should have handballed over the top to McGee earlier, but ran into a tackle instead, but was clever enough to get the body around and shoot a handball out the back, which I think was to Presnell, who delivered to young Macca.
Back in the middle of Windsor Park, long shadows now. It's been a superb day. We've been so blessed this year with our footy weather. I don't know what the maximum temperature was, but I reckon it's been 18-ish today. It's perfect for May.
Magic day at the footy, Dave.
North Hobart, disappointed with this effort. They have had injury concerns. If you joined us, Jack McCulloch and Josh Cleave out of the game. But early in the day, Paddy Dwyer, the Irish recruit, for Launceston, went down with what we suspect is a serious knee injury. From the ball up. Kick towards attacking 50. Evades Hyatt. Contested footy. And Wheeler can't break free. So interesting to see what the boys think about for an interview at the end of the game. There's probably a few people that could qualify. Maybe Brodie Palfram in his 150th. Could be a choice, boys, if you're listening. I'm sure you are. 150th game of TSL footy. Captain of the Blues. Right now gets it. Little kick looking for Poke is a good one. Poke looking for a runner. Decides to go himself. Wheels and goes. Inside 50 towards Meadows. Front position. Now he's got it. Big Charlie. RJ Watson's got it. Left foot kick towards goal. Falls in the lap there of Sam Foley. Great performance by the Launceston defence today. Just 4 goals conceded. Oh, almost a big fly there by Stevenson. Falls over to Riley. Hands now to Hedger. Hedger kicks here looking for and finding Wheeler. Wheeler has options streaming inside 50. One of those is Ben Hyatt. Can he run onto it? He does. Can he kick 5? Ben Hyatt has done so. 5 goals, Ben Hyatt. In a real breakout game of TSL footy. We saw him kick some really good goals at Lauderdale last time they were on the ground with the Lonnie Footy Club, and today he just read that one beautifully. It was a one-on-one contest over the back, took possession, had a little turn of foot and got himself clear for another goal. What a good game from Ben Hyatt. 5 goals, Max Walker.
Yeah, he's been consistent over the 4 quarters, Dave, and it's not just the goals he kicks as well. We've seen him cover lots of ground. You know, he surprised you there once. He'd kicked the goal, and like 30 seconds later he's down in the back line, you know, smothering and, you know, stopping the opposition from moving the ball around in their forward line. So, yeah, no, I've been really impressed. Been really impressed with young Ben Hyatt, as I have with Isaac and a lot of their teammates today as well.
14-8-92 plays 4-11-35. 25 minutes gone. Probably just a maximum of 5 more minutes of this game to go. And it's a 45-point lead to North Launceston after they were challenged in this last quarter. They got down to a 21-point margin, but they've steadied. Stevenson now for North Hobart. Kicks to half forward for them. Sam Foley shrugs 2 tackles. No, he doesn't shrug 2 tackles. He's caught with a footy. Play on to advantage. Kick inside 50. Gee, that's a great pick up by a big man from McCormack. Streams forward. Gets a handball now to Jones with a don't argue. Back to McCormack. And that's an equally good tackle there to Lefebvre. Probably should have been rewarded. Play on. Boville goes sideways. And we'll find fellow debutant in Gilligan. Those boys have been pretty good today in their first outing. Finlay Poke has as well. Now to McMurray, who gets it on the half volley. Swings towards half forward. Front position, McCormack will hit the contest. Spills. Gee, interesting handball there from Schoenmaker. Not sure what he was doing. Anyway, Presnell butters up. Gets it to Smedley, who now finds Conor McCormack. He can run on. Not sure why he didn't. Waiting for a target, perhaps.
Only had McGee in front of him.
True.
So he thought...
he had McGee on David Monks.
McGee versus Monks
which was a little bit of a mismatch.
Matchup, is it?
Yep. Like Jordan Crawford on Isaac Humphries or something like that. Conor McCormack. Got to think of a big fella. Isaac was the first one that come to mind. Now here with Tina McCormack up the wing to Paul Freeman. Rubes knows what I'm talking about, Max. Paul Freeman now kicks towards the attacking side of the wing. That's a nice mark there to Hedger. Hedger gets it to Foley. Foley has a 2-on-1 contest. Monk's front position. Oh, what a mark. Ben Hyatt again. Flew from the side. 2 grab contested mark. And he might get goal number 6 here at Windsor Park. Wow-wee.
Couldn't be that long to go either, I wouldn't imagine, Dave. Been a fairly long quarter. We can't see
20, just tricked over 27. And they've kicked, what have they kicked this quarter, Blues? 4 goals.
4-1.
Yeah, Groups, you go.
4-1 to 6 points.
4-1 to 6 behinds. Ben Hyatt right in front for goal number 6. 6 of the best, Benjamin Hyatt. A dominant performance here today at Windsor Park. He's kicked 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the last. And gee, the margin is really getting out here now beyond 10 goals. 15-8-98 to 4-11-35.
Yep, really good finish there again, and nice composure by Foley on the left too, just coming out of the middle. We've seen so many players today and in other games where instead of, you know, backing themselves and kicking it on the opposite side of the foot, they'll try and do that little inside out and inside of the foot, or boomerang it by 40 metres when you're kicking down the middle of the ground. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, this is, I mean, for Launceston Football Club after that round 1, and we saw signs of improvement in rounds 2 and 3 against the Tigers and Clarence. But they've really responded well with 2 wins in a row. And
yep.
you know, there's we all thought the final 4 was set, but all you can do is win and keep yourself in touch. Got a infringement here. Called by the umpire on the far side, away from the centre of the ground. And it's going to go to Isaac Hyatt. 19 possessions to 3/4 time.
And wins like this, Dave, for them as well, gives them a little bit of percentages also, which might be important towards the back end of the year when things are getting tight in that, you know, fighting for that lower spots in the final 4.
Ball's up. Ball ends up with Isaac Smedley here at Windsor Park. The final siren sounds, and that's a huge win to Launceston. 15-8-98. They have defeated North Hobart 4-11-35. And in that last quarter, it was Launceston with 5 goals won after they kicked 4 goals in the third quarter. So 5-1 in the last quarter to North Hobart 6 behinds. North Hobart decimated through a bit of injury, but has to be said, Launceston also losing a big fella early on in Paddy Dwyer. So impressive performance by the Blues. So Tony Webb, we're going to try and get an interview with a Launceston player. Just noticing striding off the bench there with a bit of ice on for the Blues. Let's get the glasses up. Dylan Riley, yeah, probably just a knock.
Well, Tony did say earlier, remember during the course of the game, the physio's working on that left leg, and that's the leg that he's got the ice on, so paying Tony good money over there to get those early calls.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He's walking okay, so and Tony's having a chat to him now, so Tony might be getting some info from him. But yeah, he's walking pretty well, so hopefully he gets up for next game. The veteran, he was pretty good today. He started up forward. Started up back and was shifted forward. Kicked 2 goals. Just waiting for the players to shake hands. I think you go through the goal kickers, but I think we're going to get Brady Polferman right now. So we have.
I'll wait for
that one.
Kickers,
Tony Webb there with 150 game player in the TSL, Brady Polferman.
Brady, congratulations on your 150th game.
Yeah, thank you. It's just been a bit of a long journey, but pretty proud to have this achievement under my belt now, so yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season.
Indeed, you started off with Western Storm, then wound up here, been here for a few years now.
Yeah, started off with the Storm when I was a little skinny 15-year-old, and then after that sort of folded, I made my way to Lonnie with a good mate of mine, Jay Blackberry, when Sam Loningham was coaching, and yeah, been here since 2016, I believe, so yeah.
That sounds about right. You played in the Premiership side in 2013 at South. Then they became Western Storm for a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, actually, I didn't play in the 2013. I was the year after. But yeah, made my way to Lonnie and haven't looked back since.
Excellent. Well, the year started off very badly, it's got to be said. But the last 2 or 3 games, some of these young guys are really coming on really well, aren't they? I'm talking about the Heights, the Foleys, Liam Jones and people like that.
Yep, Cheeky and Jonesy, especially even Conor McCormack. We definitely got our pants pulled down, as I said before, in round 1 by a good outfit in North Launceston. And then we're just going to work on our attitude and effort and contests around the ball. And this week and a couple of weeks ago against Lauderdale was very impressive.
It was. That people would have to say there was an upset. Even your own players were saying that before the game. But yeah, today, the first quarter, you know, both sides missed a few chances, and it's just cool for you guys to start trying to defend the ball before you started looking to attack, and then start to try and get on top in the clearances.
Yeah, that's right. We first quarter was very poor on our behalf, and then after that we just went back to the drawing board, back to the basics, what we know works, and went from there.
Okay, well, look, again, congratulations on the big 150. Great effort, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you, Tony, down there with Brady Polferman, and he's going to join his players now, and he'll get a warm round of applause by the supporters that are gathered outside the club rooms, and we'll probably get that on camera there from Jason as 150-game veteran. I suppose you have to call him now, Brady Polferman, or get applauded off the ground, and the Blues are the big win. Max, we'll go goal kickers, we'll go groups of stats, and then we'll get your better players in 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Goal kickers first up.
Yep, goal kickers. Benny Hyatt, like we made during the call, he finished with 6. Riley ended up with 2, Liam Jones 2, and the rest were all singles for the Blues, being Isaac Hyatt with 1, Lenny Faulkner 1, Brodie Powerfman 1, Hunter McGee in his debut game as well. Got a nice one in the last to give him 1. For the North Hobart Demons, 2 to Charlie Meadows, 1 to Jack McCulloch and 1 to Zach Barrow.
And as you can see now, as we predicted, there's a guard of honour for Brodie Powerfman, who's going to be carried off the ground in his 150th game, so we'll just hold on your stats, Grooves, while we have a bit of a look at that. There's the applause you can hear. And he played a great game today, did Brodie. He wasn't alone in that. Superb team performance from the Lonnie Footy Club. And they were going to be the easy beats this year after round 1, but I tell you what, they're going to surprise a few teams going forward. Dave Grubb with the team stats for City Park Radio.
Hit-outs, pretty even over the course of the day. 38 for Launceston, 41 for North Hobart. Clearances, Launceston 34, North Hobart 27. Inside 50s, Launceston 38, North Hobart 39, and it was 14-8 that quarter North Hobart's way, so they had some opportunities to score. Marks, inside 50, 13 for Launceston and 7 for North Hobart. Intercept marks, 16 for Launceston, 15 for North Hobart, and free kicks, 17 Launceston and 26 North Hobart's way.
Just terrific effort groups, and Max, I just want to highlight before we go through the better players. Now that stat there in the last quarter, Launceston just had the 8 entries, and they kicked the 5 goals. Yeah. And North Hobart 14 entries. I mean, they scored 6 behinds, but I think that was a testament to the Blues today. Good efficiency going forward. They made it not every single foray forward, of course, but they really made good use of those inside 50s.
Yeah, well, apart from that first quarter when both sides were a bit wasteful, even from close to goal. Launceston just reversed that trend for the rest of the game. Really, like their first quarter was certainly their worst in conversion, and that showed on the scoreboard. 1-3 in the first, then 5 goals straight in the second, and just kept kicking goal. 5 in the second, 5 in the third, 5 in the fourth.
Final scores around the TSL before we get to Max's better players in 3-2-1. At Twin Overs, it was North Launceston 17-13, 1-15, defeating the Tigers 9-10-64. Declan Chugg there with 4 goals, a really good effort for North Launceston. And a big win at Blunston Arena, the Roos 22-10, 142, defeated Glenorchy 5-7-37. And as we mentioned, the Swans winners there in the AFL. Max, your better players, 3-2-1 before we wrap up.
Yep, just quickly, I'll start with North Hobart. I thought Leithheber was good early. Monks was okay. Again, Polk started off well, had a fairly quiet second and third quarter, came into it again a bit when the game was over in the last. Their better players, McGuinness was solid through the 4 quarters, and probably McLeod and Devine across half-back set the game up for their own standard, and whilst they dropped off a little bit, I still think they were probably the better 2 players for the day. For the Launceston team, apologies for 2 or 3 of these guys who miss out on votes, but Jones was great, Kilby was good. I thought Pfeiffer was really good in the back line with the spoils that he did today. Like, he knew when he had to mark it, but he knew as well from the team perspective, I've got to kill this ball, and he was punching it out. A couple of his punches on the far side went probably 20 odd metres, which was great. Tina McCormack, the big T, those raking kicks out of the back line, cleared it out half a dozen times. Wheeler impressed me. Didn't see a lot of him last year, but what I did see, you can tell that he has got stronger and got a lot more confidence in himself. Brodie Powerfman in his 150th, I thought was really, really good. Dylan Riley got him going as he normally does. You've got to expect that from a guy with his experience and talent. For the votes today, I thought Sam Foley, when he went into the middle, did really well. It was the grunt work that he was doing that changed the course of the game, I think, and just got the ball moving. Guy who's up forward, probably wouldn't have kicked 6 goals too often in a game, I wouldn't have thought. Even at Hillwood last year, who was runners-up in the premiership, gave him 2 votes, and 3 votes for easy unanimously on the ground today, young Bailey Gillow, who would have had like 30-plus possessions, of which at least half of those would have been, inside mid hard gets. So great game. I reckon he'll be pretty sore tomorrow.
Interesting thing, Max, Launceston next week go to Glenorchy to KG5.
Yep.
And, based on today's result, you'd say they start favoured in that game, and they could turn after the first full round of games at 3-3, which, once you go around down by 160 points in your first game.
And don't kick a goal.
Don't kick a goal. To recover to 3-3 would be a good performance, but we'll see.
Yep, it's a long season.
It is.
6 weeks in next week, and, I'd say another 3 or 4 weeks after that will certainly sort out what's going to happen for the remainder of the year.
North Hobart desperately needs some players back. We talked about Norton, Kilpatrick. Sandwick played in the twos today. Some experienced players in the twos I think might have to come and step up. Trent Millhouse was in the twos, for example. So, it'll be interesting times ahead for North Hobart. Anyway, that's the end of our broadcast here today on City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Thanks to our sponsors, Elgas and Brew Coffee Hut. Really appreciate your support. Thanks, Max. You're going to make it 2 in a row. You're going to be with us Friday week for the derby.
Yep, I am, and we'll talk about the negotiations after that, Dave,
No
as to my availability.
But umpiring to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if anyone out there listening wants to run around and get fit and take up a bit of field umpiring as well, the NTFUA will gladly take you on board and teach you the skills, and you can have a bit of fun and make a couple of bucks at the same time.
Absolutely. Dave Gribber, thank you for your efforts today.
Yeah, no worries, Dave.
Well done. Great job as per usual. Thanks to Tony and Chris. Thanks to Job and Jason Blundell. I just called you Josh, could you? Jason Blundell and Job here was doing a bit of training today on the camera. Great job too. Thanks to Chris Ball back in the studio for getting us to air, as he does each and every week. Don't forget, we've got Reeling in the Years coming up pretty soon with Vaughan Gibson, so stay tuned for that one. That's all from us here at Windsor Park. And the final score here today, it was Launceston 15-8-98, defeated North Hobart 4-11-35. We'll see you next week for the Tornadoes game next Saturday night. Bye for now.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by